From my buddy Kai Woods.
Okay.
So we have a photographer that we use regularly, but the problem with doing that is like the money wise. So
right.
we got a camera and we've been working on the concept, so it's working out.
Okay. Very cool.
I'm on computer.
So are y'all full-time podcasters? Y'all get paid off of this?
Yeah. Right.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah.
It's like, when are you going to run merch? Are you going to pre-order it?
Right.
Yeah. Give me the money, I'll order you something.
We got a camera and we've been working on the. Everything's good.
Are we friends on Facebook?
I don't have Facebook.
Oh, you don't have? So is that no?
Yeah. I'm not friends with anybody on Facebook. But it's part of the metaverse, right?
Something, whatever they all are now.
Because that's Facebook, or it's Meta, and then Instagram. What's the other one? Threads.
Threads.
Threads, yeah. I never got onto that one.
I have that one
You do?
because I didn't have to do anything but click OK. So y'all from Fort Worth?
I'm from Wichita, Kansas.
Okay.
So
I'm
I've
from
only-
Fort Worth.
I've only lived here for
Fort
about
Worth.
6 years,
get my-
7 years.
Old man cape on. Where's it? Okay. Don't mess with me. All right. It's going to be a super show.
It's going to be a super show. We got the super cape with heat.
Let the good times roll. Get out of the way.
Are we recording right now?
Yeah. Ish.
Ish.
We are. We're live, but
get a little
it's,
small talk going, and then we
yeah, it's
get
just kind of
started.
YouTube.
I was asked this question earlier today. Do y'all have playlists on your phone?
I do.
You have
I
playlists?
have. It's like stuff I've created.
Like you've gone
Yeah.
through and made a playlist.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't do that. I was just wondering.
Oh, really?
Oh, you just kind of find other people's and
No, that's the artist I want to hear.
you just listen to albums.
Well, I just like on Apple Music, you just click on the artist, and then
Yeah.
like, click on top songs, so then it just lists all their songs and just hit play.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Listen
can
for
do
the
that.
artist
Yeah,
for the
because
day.
Spotify's kind of like that, but
Right.
I just pick and choose whatever I like, and
Yeah.
I like songs for the dumbest fucking reasons. Sometimes it's like it was in this scene in the movie, and it made me. I like that one little dance he did or something, and I'm like, I love this song now. So,
This is the best song ever.
because have you seen 500 Days of Summer?
Yeah.
So there's it's that Hall and Oates song.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a Hall and Oates song that what I want you got.
Is that the one where he's dancing? The whole
yeah.
dancing.
And it's just like then it's bow, bow, and then they all start like it's just everyone's like flash mobbing and stuff.
Yeah.
But I love when he comes out and he checks his reflection in the car window,
Oh,
and then it's Han Solo and he like winks at him and he's all. But I love that song for that reason. It's just
Right.
all it takes is you put that song to like some little dance or some scene in a movie,
Right.
And then it's just like, oh, I love that song. That's going on the playlist. So
Right.
Okay. No, I can see that definitely. Yeah, but I don't have playlists.
Yeah. I have different playlists like rock and then easy listening and like workout playlists.
Yeah.
That way you can just hit play and like 50 songs. Just, if you're going to go long on the workout or if you're just going to have like a 20-minute, 30-minute workout, whatever.
So I've got country, good tunes, just
Country,
jamming,
yeah.
gangster shit, workout,
Gangster
just,
shit.
Yes.
oldies, Christmas shit, and then
Christmas shit.
it's some albums and stuff. But it's just kind of the gangster shit's more like rap and stuff with like obviously.
Yeah. Gangsta shit meets
some hardcore
Christmas.
country.
It's Dolly Parton.
Yeah. What good is wealth and fame? It's like sing it, baby.
Working 9 to 5.
Trying to
Nice.
make a living. All right, let's start this. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tales from the Force.
With the old man,
Yes,
Jared.
I am Super Jared.
And I am
Plain Jared.
plain Jared.
Yeah.
I'm Jared in disguise.
This is Diet Jared.
Yeah.
And we today have a highly recommended guest.
Yes.
Rob from, is it The Fed Show?
Yeah, the Fed Show.
That's the only one you do now?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Boom.
One highly recommended you, so I was like, let's do it. I've seen, I don't know you at all, but I was like,
Right.
I was talking about that earlier, and I was like, his name's Juan, right? And they were like, who? I was like, Juan, right? And because he's a Mexican guy.
yeah.
I didn't want to be like a stereotypical
Yeah.
guy. Like, that's a Mexican name, right? That's Juan. And they're like, from where? I was like, from Osos. They're like, oh yeah, Juan. I was like, okay, cool.
He's like the only one that doesn't have a nickname. There's Ghost, Grizzly, and then Juan.
I've done that podcast, and I thought about that while I was
Yeah.
sitting
Come
there. I
on,
was
Juan,
like, why
get
does
a
it?
nickname.
I know. Juan needs a nickname.
Yeah.
John.
Yeah.
That's his nickname.
John. You're forever no.
Number one.
Number one. Mr.
Mr.
First
Number
place.
One.
Mr. First Place. All right.
Sweet.
Let me get untangled because I don't like this. Sorry, folks. Technical
Eh.
difficulty. We're
Gosh,
professionals.
gosh.
We know how to do this.
You think we've been doing this podcast for a while?
We have not. We have, but we have not progressed
No, we haven't.
since episode.
We're still
one.
crawling.
We just know what
If
to
you
say
even
now.
consider crawling. I think we're just rolling over.
Oh man. So yeah.
So how long has the Fed been going?
Fed show.
Fed show.
That happened. I mean, we're coming up on a year because DWI happened, so I had to rebrand.
Right.
So because I couldn't drink, and then I was like, I played with 2 episodes with the old name, but it was like, it doesn't make any sense
Yeah.
anymore.
Once you kind of really change the format, you almost have to just rebrand.
Well, it really, we didn't really change the format. We just took the alcohol out.
We're just sober now.
And then I was
Damn
like,
it.
we're going to talk about mental health. And I was like, nobody wants to talk about mental health?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, guys.
Let's
So
talk about serious issues.
It's
like
really
that.
just turned into the shit that that I like, that kind of keeps me in a better place mentally. So, like, no one that I know watches wrestling like
I love wrestling.
regularly.
Yeah.
Like, so I was super excited because I was at a photo shoot last night, so I didn't get to watch SmackDown. But as
I heard.
I opened Instagram and I was like, he actually showed up.
Rock.
Cody Rhodes introduced The Rock, and we're gonna get the match at Mania.
So do you think it's going to be Rock versus Roman?
Yeah,
I almost think that Rock's going to be special referee, because why the fuck do they keep finish the story with Cody?
But did you see the last time The Rock showed up?
I watched some of the clip earlier, but I didn't see like all of it. I just saw like highlights on TikTok.
Well, on the Monday night when he showed up,
yeah, I remember seeing that
at the
saying,
very end,
yeah,
where
he
he's
was
like, should I sit at the
s-
bar? Should I sit at the booth? Should I sit at the head of the table? And it was like, you can't take shots at Roman,
Yeah.
and not have the match.
Yeah, but it's just like, that doesn't make sense. Why the fuck are you going to have Cody Rhodes? This is the second year, finish the story. He's won the Rumble again, and it's just like, dude, let him get the title. Like, Roman doesn't ever defend it, because I've heard it's because of scar tissue from his leukemia that he can't wrestle as much. But I'm like, and even when I've watched, like, I don't watch a lot now, but whenever I do watch, whenever they would bring out the whole bloodline stuff, it was just like, oh my God,
Every match,
up. Yeah.
every match, Roman has to have help.
Yeah.
He can't finish the match by himself. He's been pinned like 6 times now, but the referee gets pulled out of the ring,
Yeah.
or something always happens, and it's just like, really?
That's why I feel it would be better to have The Rock as the special guest referee, and then them two go at it, so it would kind of be a fair fight. But
Yeah.
you never know. I mean,
But with creative now,
Yeah.
fully in Triple H's hands, and Vince McMahon no longer part of the organization.
yeah. Did you hear about that, Jared?
Mm-hmm. I did hear about that.
Old poopy pants or whatever.
Yeah. I c-
But like the concept of that, and I was just like, dude, we already knew he was involved in some stuff
Yeah.
previously.
There's been a lot of allegations.
So he pulled away, gave it some time. He should have just stayed away.
Yeah.
Because the concept now, he's going to end up. So they identified somebody in the lawsuit against him.
Yeah. A former employee.
Well,
Or-
a wrestler.
Yeah. Brock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, you're about to ruin that man's life. I mean, if Brock didn't do anything,
But
they
still.
said there was text messages about setting up a play date, and I'm just like, Brock. They said they're done with Brock. He was supposed to be at the Rumble and didn't do it.
Yeah, because Braun Breaker took his spot.
Yeah.
And basically did the same exact thing he was going to do. But with Braun Breaker, I like him. He's, do you know anything about wrestling?
A little bit.
Do you remember the Steiner brothers?
Oh, yeah.
So Braun Breaker is Rick Steiner's son, but he's like built like fucking Scott Steiner. Like not as vascular, but he's fucking like built like a brick shit house. So.
Right.
And
I think he's got the best spear in the business currently.
Yeah, he was just tearing into him. I was like, damn. So
I always hated Edge's spear. It was like a lazy stomach clothesline.
I know. And then his hair all flopping around. He's like, I'm sexy. All right, goth boy. But I like old wrestling. I'm not big into the newer stuff, like 80s, 90s,
80s,
first part of 2000s.
90s is about where I started to cut off, but
about pretty much once they split to the SmackDown and Raw brands, that's kind of when I stopped.
Yeah.
Like when they had the draft and everything, and that's pretty much when I stopped watching.
It's a lot to keep up with when there's 3 storylines on each show basically, and then that's 6 storylines. It's worse than reality television.
Oh yeah, and then you got NXT, which has some of those, and then
because they sometimes merge every once in a while too, don't they?
For the
Like,
pay-per-view events,
pay-per-view
are usually
events,
the big storylines out of each.
Okay.
And then NXT. So when Solo Sikoa, the youngest of the bloodline, was in NXT, they said he had to give up the belt, the North American title, because he couldn't bring it to Raw. Or he couldn't bring it to the main roster.
Yeah.
But then Dominic Mysterio drops down, wins the title, brings it up, and he's walking around in it. And I'm like,
okay,
y'all said Solo couldn't do
Yeah.
that. But
wow.
apparently Dominic can.
and I mean, but they're both legacies because that's Rikishi's kids, and then Dominic's Eddie Guerrero's son. Remember that storyline?
Yeah.
That was a terrible storyline.
And then now he's got like the Eddie mullet going on, but he's Rey Mysterio.
He kills that frog splash. He stopped doing the Three Amigos.
See, I never really watched too much on Dominic. Rhea Ripley is there's days she looks like a fucking turd, and then there's days she's like, oh, you're just like, damn. So
I like the Instagram post with no makeup, her and her dog.
Yeah, without her makeup, she looks great. And then sometimes she does her makeup too much, and it's just like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm still interested. 100%.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
But I mean, the guy she's not with Dom in real life.
No,
I can't remember the guy's name, but he's in AEW.
Yeah,
he's scary big. It's Buddy. His Instagram handle's Buddy something. But yeah, he's
yeah. It's just man. I don't know. Right now, probably I like Randy Orton a lot. Just
I like seeing Randy come back.
I love that. Just
that RKO out of nowhere.
Yes, that's my favorite move. That and the stunner and the RKO, I guess Diamond Cutter, whatever. That was
really.
I've really grown on LA Knight doing his interpretation of this stunner, but it's a blunt force trauma. So instead of him falling on his butt, he goes onto his knees and slams your face into the mat.
Oh shit!
And I was like, I like that because it just looks. I mean, it's like he stole a stunner, kind of, but he readapted it.
Right.
I'm not a big fan of him just because every he's so annoying.
He was definitely a fan of The Rock and Stone Cold.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that influence of him. But who was your favorite wrestler back in the day? Did you grow up watching wrestling too?
Well, I started watching wrestling because that's what the kids at the school. I was at one school and then I transferred to another school.
Yeah,
and I was like, "What are they talking about?" I was like, "I don't know what this is." And then so Friday came and they're like, "Are you going to watch Raw?" I was like, "That's on. When is Raw?" They're like, "Monday night." And I was like, so all weekend I was like, "Dad, we got to find out what channel the show Raw comes on." And he's like, "What's Raw?" I was like, "I don't know. We need to figure it out."
Is that porn? You watching porn, son? You watching porn?
So like the worst time. So I remembered every wrestler's name after this because I came back to school on Tuesday because I
like studying.
Yeah, I was like, I know their names. And I was like, "Did you see that one part where Club did this?" And they're like, "Club? Who's Club? Do you mean Kane?" I was like,
You just run off.
That's my one shot, guys. I fucked it up. Back to Power Rangers I go.
You idiot.
Too many damn names.
Yeah, and that's but I mean that concept of the Undertaker and Kane being brothers.
Oh
and,
yeah.
and now someone posted the Undertaker, he just gave his life to Jesus Christ. He's a saved man now.
Oh, interesting.
So the dead man's a saved man, but it's weird because all those sacrifices and stuff he did in the 90s.
It's like, I didn't do that.
That was different times, man.
Yeah.
Woo. I remember being a little kid in the 90s, though, and like that. There was like that, and then like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Charmed, like all these like low key witchcraft and demon things on TV, and it's like, all right, I guess this is cool.
Yeah. So this is what they're into now.
And I'm gonna be a witch. When I grow up.
And then Harry Potter, Harry Potter got banned at our school.
Really?
And it came out when I was in 5th grade.
Right.
So the book.
Oh yeah.
So we had our English class, and we were reading Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, cool. And this one little bastard, Andrew something, I can't remember his last name.
Bastard.
Fuck you, Andrew.
And he was like, he complained to his mom.
Oh, jeez.
And so his mom wrote like
about
this
what?
4-page letter. Oh, I was in private school.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So Jesus and chapel and stuff and Bible class.
So basically witchcraft or whatever.
And then, and that fool got us in trouble with Pokemon cards too.
What the fuck?
That was witchcraft too. Just because of those like 3 or 4 psychic Pokemons.
Oh, gosh.
So,
good Lord. I mean, I'm a Christian. I'm all for Jesus and all that, but some of the people that take it to that next level of like God doesn't want you to do anything fun.
Yeah.
No. I mean, come on. You know, are you worshiping Harry Potter? Now we got a problem.
I mean, there's some people that do, but
right. Now we got a problem. You're putting Harry
lightning
Potter
bolt on there
above
instead
Jesus.
of your Ash Wednesday thing.
But shit, you can do that with anything. You fucking
yeah.
do that with anything.
like, cause I got into some teachings through not through the church, but off like the Jewish law and like full blown books into this stuff, and I was like, well, can't celebrate Christmas because it's about fertility.
Yeah.
Can't celebrate Easter. Halloween's bad too.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's no holidays, huh?
Yeah. Every day is normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like every day. And then they're like, the days of the week, they're named after gods from other religions. I'm like, so what am I supposed to call Monday?
Yeah.
Is it the first or the second day? Well, it depends on which version of God you're talking about.
I know. It's like, is Monday the beginning of the week or Sunday or it's just rules for everything.
It's like Hobby Lobby. They celebrate every single holiday except for Halloween. Like Halloween, you won't find any Halloween stuff in Hobby Lobby. Yeah. You'll find pumpkin stuff in like October.
Oh, yeah. I guess they don't have
fall
costume
shit
stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, they won't have like jack-o'-lanterns.
Gotta go to Michael's.
Yeah.
The devil store.
Yeah.
Devil crafts.
That's the devil, Bobby Boucher.
Yeah. Do y'all have Halloween costumes? You get your sinning ass out of here and go next door to Michael's.
No, I had a buddy who worked at Hobby Lobby in high school. He's like, it's great, bro. They let me off at 8 o'clock every day. See, I need to study for school, and we don't work Sundays.
Yeah.
I was like, just like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And what's the other one? We had a buddy that worked at Mardell's, the Christian bookstore.
Oh, yeah, Mardell.
Oh, really?
But it's owned by the same company as Hobby Lobby. It's just based towards homeschool kids. Like, they have all the curriculum there.
Interesting.
So he was like, yeah, I work at Mardell's. I'm like, are you a Christian, bro? He's like, no, it's just a job. I was like, I kind of thought it'd be on the resume.
Did you lie on your resume then?
Yeah.
Did you tell them that you were a Christian and
How
you're
often
not?
you go to church every day?
I'm there.
Hired.
I live
Church
there.
isn't open every day.
I live at a church.
I go Thursdays and Sundays. What?
We were looking for Wednesday.
Yeah, we were looking for Wednesdays.
Sorry. Better next
You're a
next time.
liar.
So Jay is in the chat from RAP Podcast. He says, "Hey, I know these guys."
We know
And
you,
I
Jay.
said, "Fuck you, Jay." No, and then Alex asked what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
It's a stylish
It's
heating
his-
pad cape.
It's his old man cape.
It looks like Vegeta.
Not Superman,
Vegeta's-
but old
I know. I feel like the
Vegeta's
Green
shoulder
Ranger
pads.
should put on.
Yeah, for sure. R.I.P. Tommy. R.I.P.
I know. R.I.P. JDF. Rest in
That one was
peace.
rough.
Dude, I didn't believe it. Because, so for me, if I hear a celebrity death, I wait till TMZ releases it before I believe it. Because to me, it's like a well-known outlet. Yeah, they put out some shit, but if they put out that they're dead and they're not, then it's kind of like,
It's like Jackie Chan's died like 6 times in the
Yeah, I
last
know.
year. And I'm like, "Dang."
every time I turn around, Alan Jackson or Toby Keith's dead or whatever. And now
But
it's
see,
like,
I would believe those. But Jackie Chan, he's immortal. He's
Yeah.
never going to die.
I don't.
He's got the talismans and everything that'll keep him alive.
And I think he keeps getting younger.
Yeah,
At least
he's like Benjamin Button.
Yeah,
but Asian.
He's
He's just reverse.
Oh, did you see
reverse
that
Asian.
Carl Weathers died
Yeah,
yesterday?
he died a couple days. Or was it yesterday? Yeah,
No.
Yesterday, or
rough.
yeah,
yeah.
that's
From what it sounds like, he just died.
just
peacefully
died.
in his-
Yeah, died peacefully in his sleep. So
Didn't come back.
probably had a brain clot or something. But
Maybe I don't know.
What if when you die, you don't like you're still asleep? It's like my alarm's not going.
oh,
on.
I know.
Oh no, you're just in dreamland, and you're just like, oh.
This dream's been going on for a long time, guys.
Yeah, it's like when
I
am
need
I
to
gonna
eat.
wake up?
What if you just never even realize you're dead? You just keep dreaming, and
Yeah,
man, I'm in sleep. I'm getting great sleep tonight. It's like, oh, by the way, you're dead.
yeah.
What?
When did that happen? About 20 years ago.
I was supposed to go to Target today.
I was trying to get breakfast. Anything.
That's why I'm hungry. You haven't eaten in 40 years. Oh, yeah, he passed away. Was there any other ones? Is he the first big death of 2024,
Is he?
celebrity-wise?
We couldn't have gone a whole month without somebody dying. Somebody had to die in January.
Someone who died. Let's Google.
What
it.
celebrity died in January?
Might have been
2024?
probably one of the bigger, because I can't think of anybody else that really passed away.
Celebrity deaths 2024.
I know
Do
there's
we want
been some
predictions
sports
or
people.
predictions. Well, they said that happens in 3, so we got 2 more. If no
Yeah.
one else.
well,
I mean, I'm not like speaking that on anybody. But
okay, Entertainment Weekly. She's not. Oh yeah, Tina Turner did die. Not this year.
But not this year.
Wayne Kramer. He died February 2nd. He died yesterday too.
Who the fuck's that?
The guitarist who co-founded the proto-punk rock band MC5. I don't know.
they're I don't know who they are. huh?
Sorry, Wayne, I don't know you,
I don't
bro.
know either.
But
Carl
rest in peace.
Weathers. Mark Gustafsson.
Oh, yeah.
Who's that guy?
He was the Oscar-winning co-director of Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
The Pinocchio.
He died on February 1st.
I guess I didn't see that movie.
Chita Rivera. She was in West Side Story. Hinton Battle.
That's their
Tony-winning
name?
actor.
Hinton Battle.
Yeah.
Hinton?
Sandra. I don't know.
Yeah.
Charles Osgood. He sounds familiar. Oh, he was a CBS News anchor and radio personality. Gary Graham, Mary Weiss, Norman Jewison, David. I think Carl Weathers
Sounds
is
like
the
Carl
biggest.
is
Yeah, it
the
didn't
winner.
sound like there's any famous people on that list.
Yeah, he gets it.
Man, that sucks.
And
No, it's good. He's the only one.
I mean, yeah.
Man, that sucks. He's the only one that died.
man, that's it.
Peter
This
Crombie
is all we
passed
got?
away. He was in Seinfeld. He was Crazy Joe Davola. I don't know if y'all ever watched.
yeah.
He dressed up as the clown.
Yeah.
Nope,
Like-
don't remember
He
that.
passed away this.
He died on January 10th, apparently.
Okay.
So
Oh.
I mean, he's
And
okay.
Christian Oliver.
I still think Carl probably takes
He was in
the
Speed Racer.
cake.
David Soul. He was in Starsky and Hutch. January 4th.
When did he die?
David Soul. He died January 4th.
Which one was he, Starsky or Hutch?
I don't know. It just said Starsky and Hutch actor David Soul, who helped popularize one of the most iconic series of the 1970s, died January 4th at age 80.
Someone put that on our group text that we have, and I was like, "Nah, man, that dude's been dead
He
since
was
the
Hutch.
'90s." And they were like,
He was
"Really?
Hutch.
Oh, that's fake news that he just died." I was like, "Yeah, he's been dead since the '90s."
Yeah.
And no one realized that he was in the movie, the Starsky and Hutch movie that they made with the
Oh, yeah, the remake with Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson.
Yeah, and he was in that movie when
As
they
a cameo?
they bought
Yeah.
the car off of him.
Oh, damn.
Nice. Well, that's all the celebrities that have passed away. So R.I.P.
Carl takes the golden ticket on that one. He's
Yep.
the most.
He is champion.
Yep, he's the
still-
champion.
I don't know. I haven't watched The Mandalorian this season, but the last thing I saw him in was
Was the Mandalorian? Yeah.
I think that was one of the most recent things he was doing.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't.
But I just wonder where that's going to leave the series or his character too, because I wonder if he got any of it filmed for the
Right.
next area that they were doing.
He's gonna
or-
get shot. A CGI version of him will get killed.
yeah. And that's the bad thing is they can do like AI and just as if he uploaded certain shit of him, or they can probably pull from old stuff and kind of create a thing out of him. So.
Yeah.
Did y'all watch when they did the Luke Skywalker character when it was Mark? What the fuck's his
Hamill?
name?
Mark Hamill.
Yeah, Mark Hamill. They had Mark Hamill CGI, and
What,
one, it was. I want to say it was The Mandalorian, the first season.
Really?
oh, I
the
never
very
really
end,
watched The Mandalorian.
They made him look young.
Oh, really?
So they had a guy, and his skin looked very soft, like no wrinkle. I don't know if it was actually like Mark Hamill
Yeah, they may have
CGI
just de-aged
or just
him.
another person, like
It's a body double.
make it look like Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
And then they did the same thing to Christian, the dude that played Anakin.
Oh, Hayden Christensen.
Yeah, Hayden Christensen.
Yeah.
They did the same thing with him. Made him look young.
And then they did it last Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford. They did it with him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like towards the beginning of the movie or whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't
They
like
did it with,
when they do that.
They did it with Kurt Russell in one of the Marvel movies.
yeah,
Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2.
maybe. I think
probably.
that's the one.
When he's Ego.
2 or
he's-
3.
Yeah.
He's
They went
he's
back.
Peter Quill's dad. Yeah. And
so
they show
were
the
showing
flashback.
him flashback. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like Tony Stark, they did it with him in the flashback scene in Avengers.
That's right.
That one actually looked pretty decent.
yeah.
Yeah, and it was
was
kind of
pretty-
creepy. It was just
yeah.
like, oh, that's
oh,
young
shit.
Rung RDJ.
Yeah.
Rung RD.
Running.
That's Rung RDJ. Young RDJ. I can't talk today.
Words are hard.
Yes, they are. So, has y'all's 2024 kicked off to a great start?
It's going.
I'm still here, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm falling apart, I feel like. I'm between. I think it's my shoe. I don't know. It's just in my shoulders. Like if I stand up straight, I think I'm just slouching too much.
Right.
And I slept on it wrong, and I was just like, oh, my shoulder. But
Right.
I do that sometimes. It's like, why does my ankle hurt so bad?
oh, I know. It's just like if you sleep like this, then like your whole day's screwed. Because
I have a bad shoulder because I slipped in an ice storm one time and it shot out of socket.
Ooh,
So it
fuck.
dislocated it.
you get the Mel Gibson it back in.
I knew how to do it because it happened to my uncle.
Oh,
He
yeah.
used to play soccer, so he'd just like twist it and shove up or twist it and push into a wall. So I did it
just
in the
like-
restroom at Target. It was so painful, and like they say, it's really bad for the tendons and everything inside.
Yeah,
but
I'm sure.
I didn't have the money to go to emergency room or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And they're going to do the same thing.
So if I lay on my back like this and I sneeze wrong,
oh, oh shit.
it's so bad. It's like
I'm gonna be late. I sneezed and blew my shoulder out of the socket.
I was pulling up. I'm a mechanic, so I work on cars, and I was climbing up onto a car, and I had all the weight on this one arm, and it dislocated. So I had to catch myself with the other arm.
Damn.
And
Damn.
it was scary.
Oh,
And
shit.
then I was like, never doing that again.
Yeah.
So like, people are like, "Oh, you want to go zip lining and try to do those obstacle courses?" No,
No.
I'm good. No. That.
I'll stay on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. I'll watch you.
Yeah.
I'll sit over here and watch you, Sam.
I mean, overall, 24 has been starting off good. Just work-wise, been busier than shit.
Yeah.
Just, you know, and all the construction's still at the store, still going to town.
Are they redoing the store still?
Yeah. It should have been done 2 weeks ago. I mean, the longest thing I thought was going to be the shortest thing. I thought it would, I mean, they're building a hallway
Yeah.
and a storage room where no customers go at
Yeah.
all.
Why are they building a hallway in a storage room?
Because, so I work for Quick Trip and I work at the store in Weatherford and we're remodeling it and it's a travel center. So we had a truck side. So it's another building attached to the regular store. So they're closing it down to make it a hallway for the truckers to still come into the store. And then we're getting a storage area because they had to use a lot of our storage area to make the new stuff. And,
What new stuff?
well, they had
flipped the check stand? Or?
yeah, they flipped the check stand and they had to push my coolers back so they can give me more floor space to bring all the truck parts over to sell.
Oh,
that were
shit.
in that room.
So they had to move all the.
Yeah, they went
Jesus.
into my beer cooler probably 6 feet, and I
Good
lost
God.
6 feet back and like 30 feet over. I lost all that space.
Damn.
So yeah,
I'll
just
probably
to
go
make
through a lot
room.
of beer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we had a buy-in this week. I had to do a buy-in for
Fucking
both
hated
Benny
those.
Keith and Keg One. So
When they do a buy-in, it's like they'll give you a good price because they're like fixing to go up on a price or something, and then you buy a bunch at the first. That way you're stocked
5
up
weeks
for
worth of beer.
yeah. So then you have like stacks of like Bud Light 18 packs and 24 packs and 12 packs, and
Yeah.
then you have to find a way to store it all. And
So there's a door still at the back of my store, and all they're doing is all they had to do is put up a wall and to make it a storage area, put doors in the storage area so nobody can get in there but us employees, and then a hallway. and no customers can go back there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they have the whole area to themselves to get it fucking done.
Yeah.
And it's taken them 2 damn weeks to build a fucking wall. It's like,
It was raining, man.
Yeah.
apparently. I'm like, shit. So we're waiting. That we still don't have the doors for the storage room. I think that's the biggest thing that they're waiting on is they don't have the doors for the storage room. It's like,
Have a sheet hung up.
Yeah.
You still have to scan in and
yeah. Like when they moved that check stand over, the scales for our truckers, they didn't move the wire. And so I haven't had a scale for 2 weeks. So all these truckers that want to get weighed and need to get weighed have to go over to Pilot to get weighed. I get phone calls all the time. Your scale working yet? I'm like, no, man, it's not. Like, so some bitch, I hate going over to fucking Pilot. Like, I'm sorry, bro.
construction guys. They're in the
Exactly.
back room sitting there.
Here's the office number. Call
They're the
them.
ones without the door in their hands.
Pilot's probably holding the doors hostage. That probably got
Yeah,
delivered over
exactly.
there. It's like,
It
watch
got
this
delivered
shit.
over here. It's like, fuck QT. Spray paint Pilot on it. And putting all their stickers on it.
Right.
Fuck QT.
Nah, I hope that we don't have any more cold spells, but
It's gonna happen.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
I
I hope so too.
it's so fucking,
God, this is awesome weather.
yeah, today was perfect. Like,
Perfect.
Yeah.
and
A
then,
little chilly at night. you
Yeah.
know, a little chilly at night.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
a nice little fire pit going or something. Nice, cool. And then nice warm up to the day. Get about what, high 60s, low 70s today?
yeah, I think it was like
Something that.
67 or
Yeah.
70 or somewhere around there. But,
Perfect.
oh, yeah. Fantastic day, I do declare.
Yes. Preach it, brother. Preach it.
Quite lovely. So, all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for the Fort 4.
All right.
That mountain breeze is
I
getting
know.
to you.
Fucking, that breeze is blowing down my throat hole. So this is the Fort 4. So we have 4 questions that we ask our guest.
Get
They're
to know you a little better.
nothing too in-depth, but the first one we ask everyone is, what popular song do you absolutely hate? It can be past or present.
I mean, currently, right now, when I'm thinking when I first hear that question, Creed, Higher. That's what I think of.
Oh, man,
Love
that's
it.
a good one.
That's a,
But
I
it's
like
it's
it.
just like it was a cool song back in the day when it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first 3 listens,
Now-
cool. But now
So many people use it.
it's like,
Ooh.
hey,
Yeah.
no,
It's
just
like
leave
they're
it.
rediscovering it. I'm like,
Yeah, leave
dude,
it back
we've
there.
heard this song. Like,
I
get
have-
some new shit.
Yeah.
I have a great story on Creed.
Okay.
So I'm a Metallica fan. Loved Metallica, ever since they started. And my sister comes to me one day. I think we're at the dinner table or something, and she's like, just so excited. She's just like, "You love Metallica, right?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, I love Metallica. Have you heard this new band Creed?" I'm like, "No, I haven't heard of it." It's like, you need to. If you love Metallica, you're gonna love Creed. I'm like, okay, I'll check them out. So I forgot about it that day, but then the very next day, I go and listen to one of their songs, and I'm like, what? Am I related to this
You like
girl?
Corvettes? You're gonna love a Ford Taurus. Like, it's just the same. They use the same thing, but that's it.
Carrie, if you're listening, that was piss poor advice. And I rub that into her face all the time. Every time I, family get-togethers or whatever. I'm like,
God.
have you listened to Creed lately here? Have you rocked out to them here lately? Jesus.
Creed, because like in the late 90s, they would have those songs on like the promos for wrestling.
Right.
And then that hello, my friend, we meet again.
Yeah.
Like,
there's some like
there's certain songs that I like just because of that.
it's okay.
When you
but-
are weird. Then he like Jeff Hardy does the swanton. I'm free.
Yeah. See, but it has a place, but on the radio or playing in a store
Yeah.
or on an Instagram feed or everything for whatever reason that Creed did that Dallas Cowboys show at Thanksgiving that one year or something.
Oh
And
yeah.
they had like the people on the
He had the jersey on. He's all
yeah, and then they
Oh
had
my
people
God.
like swinging around on these things, and it's like stop. It's
me
not.
higher.
And so like y'all been to Martin House here in Fort Worth.
Oh, yeah.
Martin House always does their Creed Fest, which is
Really?
Oh, I didn't know
Creed
that.
Fest because they usually have like a Creed cover band, but
Yeah.
also Creed from The Office, so they used both
Nice.
as promo.
Did you know he was in a
Okay.
band?
No, I know in the show I think he had mentioned something, but I don't.
There
think
were
I
he
ever
was
saw it.
my William at work. He actually showed me the album that he was like, yeah, Creed, the guy from The Office, he was in this band, and I was like,
Really?
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
there was a promo. It was The Rock versus Stone Cold, and had that Limp Bizkit on, like just one, and then and then they start like slugging. You're like that
So
dude.
they tried to redo that.
Stop.
They tried to redo that with Cody and CM Punk.
They're remaking
Really?
everything.
We're leading up to the Royal Rumble, and,
Yeah.
you scroll through the comments. It's like it's not even a comparison. Like,
Yeah.
I get what you're
Right.
trying to do, but stop it. Don't try it.
Dude,
And-
the energy in that video. If you can find that clip,
Right.
just,
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, My Way. It's the wrestling promo. I think it's like 99 or 2000 or something. But
Okay.
it is the most hyped up fucking. It's like check out my melody. And it's like just one more fight.
Oh, my
That'll be history. And then he's like yeah.
Yeah,
You're
there's
just
a lot of
you're
stare
ready.
down in the slow parts.
Yeah.
and
And
then
they
when
just-
it really hits, they're just
Yeah, and he's
wailing
chugging
on
the
each
beer,
other.
and he just like that, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Oh,
shit.
that was such a good rivalry."
Huh.
That's the reason I love that song. And then
Right.
there's from when the Fast and Furious came out, like Riley goes, "Yeah!" Like the Charger like hops up on the back wheels, and
Right.
it's like, this time I'm gonna let it all fall out.
Yeah.
And then my friend, his name was Felipe, but he went by Junior, and his dad or his grandpa was like, he had this little bitty like Datsun or some pickup truck,
Right.
And it was a standard, and I was like, "You think your grandpa, if he hears that song, he goes, see," and then he like, he's like, "What the?" And that was like always an ongoing joke with us. And he's like, "Yeah, one time I was riding with him, and his keys fell out while he was driving. He just picked them up, put them back in, and kept." I was just like, "That's a good truck."
Holy shit.
Oh,
the whole ignition cylinder just falls. Like, it's fine.
That's all right.
nah, it's
Just
okay.
let
It happens
put
all
it
the
up
time.
there. Yeah.
The door fell out. That's okay. All right. Let's do who is your celebrity crush, male and female.
Had to be something sus, huh? Yes. We'll go.
We're not capping here.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No Z jobs or whatever.
We're
these
not
kids
handing
say.
out Z jobs today.
Female celebrity crush. See, like I've always thought, like people are like, oh, like because you know how people have the concept of like your hall pass.
Right.
My hall pass, like if I was still married in
Yeah.
a relationship, it would be like that chick that works at Starbucks because it's actually
Like a realistic.
attainable.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, then rather than like a
Julia
famous-
Roberts.
Yeah.
When the fuck am I? I've never even seen her. Like,
Right.
I think I'm just, hi, Mrs. Roberts. Would you like to fuck? You're on my list.
I have it eliminated.
Yeah. It's like, you're right, number 3. Why am I not number 1? Oh.
I didn't think I'd ever meet you.
Yeah. Honestly.
No, I think female wrestler is Zelina Vega, and if not wrestling, it would probably be Selma Hayek.
Oh, yeah.
I'd do her.
I remember that scene. When Quentin Tarantino wrote that scene for the
Yes.
tequila shot to run down her leg into his mouth.
Yes.
Was that Dust Till
Isn't it?
Dawn?
Yeah, Dust Till Dawn.
So I haven't
Yes.
seen that.
Oh,
I
need to
tried to
see it.
watch
Man,
it,
yes.
but is it good?
It's,
It is
the whole
awesome.
movie's worth
The
it. Just that
movie,
one scene.
like, I
just
started
that one
it, and I
scene's
just-
worth it.
I just
Yeah.
couldn't get into it, but I need to go back.
There's a couple corny things, but for the most part, I love it.
I've been watching a lot of his stuff lately because I watched Pulp Fiction. Then the other day I watched Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
I haven't
Hateful
seen
Eight,
that
yeah.
one yet,
Yeah.
and it was just like boring about halfway through, and then they all started fucking shooting each other. And then Jennifer Jason Leigh, how she smarts off, and he just punches her in the face, and she's all bloody and shit. She's like, ah! He's like, can I play the guitar? It's like, yeah. I was like, damn. And then she's just beating the hell like by the end of the movie, but.
I love Quentin.
And then Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I watched that again the other day. I was
Yeah,
like, damn it, I
that
love
is
this.
hilarious.
That ending scene where
Oh my
Brad
God.
Pitt spoke of that acid
acid.
cigarette, and then Elvis comes through the door and he's all holding the gun. He's like, wait, are
Wait.
you real right now? Yeah, I'm fucking real. And then he just started beating. He just like bashes her
dog-
fucking face.
His dog
Yeah.
too was just
So-
tearing it. Yep. He takes that can of dog food
Yeah,
and just wham.
smacks it and then just beats her face into the phone. God, it's,
That whole scene.
I love it.
Then Leo comes out and barbecues.
I know he's in the pool just chilling. Just, He pulls out that fucking flamethrower and just roasts her.
And then when he was talking to the cops at the end, he's like, "Oh yeah, I barbecued her ass."
Oh my god,
Jordan, my son, him and I went to go see that at the movie theater. We couldn't stop laughing.
Dude, it's so fucking
we love
awesome.
that movie.
It's beautiful.
Oh yeah,
All right,
comes up with
male.
So if I was a female,
right.
that's the only way you can say that without someone being like, "Oh, that's us, bro."
Nah,
I mean,
be a-
definitely like a Brad Pitt vibe.
Okay.
I would.
he's still a good-looking guy, even though he's
Yeah.
older.
No,
Like,
I'm talking like Fight Club.
Okay.
I like
Fight Club.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but he looked like he'd probably have an STD in there. he'd have a little herp or something. So back then they didn't.
No.
They weren't as well versed on safe sex, because that was supposed to take place in what, like 69 or so, because that's when the Manson murders happened.
Yeah.
Was it 69?
When the Manson,
Yeah.
because that he added a twist to where
I
none of
do
those
love
guys
how like
died.
he kind of, it's somewhat based on historical stuff, but then he twists it like
Correct.
the Nazis.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, what's that movie called? We got
Something
ourselves a Nazi.
Bastards,
Yeah, Inglourious Bastards.
yes.
Oh yeah.
That one, it's like they kill someone in a situation, and that's not how he died.
No.
But it kind of alters it. And I'm just like, it's
Yeah, he
cool, like
keeps
a
flipping it.
reimagining kind of thing. It's just
Yeah.
good
like
job, Tarantino.
Because like at that time, in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, when they went into Leo's house,
Yeah, they
and
should have gone.
They should have went to Sarah Tate's house and killed her and their whole party that they were having. But he twisted it to where they didn't do that. In fact, they went to the wrong house and they got their asses beat and all died.
Well, they sat outside, and then he came out
he
and
comes-
told them to get the fuck off.
With his
Goddamn
fucking-
hippies! Yeah, it's,
margarita.
what the fuck? Yeah. Get out of here, hippies. Guy's blender full of margarita. Like, why would this guy scare me?
Right.
But Brad Pitt is a good decision. I don't know if anyone's ever chosen Brad.
I was actually watching a video the other day, and the guy was like, what's the guy's name from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? He got real fat, then he got all cut up.
Oh, I don't know his name, but I
can't-
know who you're talking about.
I can't think of it, but in real life, when he was like, he goes, if you watch people, they get better looking in some shows or worse looking, depending upon. But he was like, I've gotten worse over the years, so he wanted to get in better shape. So he got a dietitian. He was like,
Nice.
hey, I want you to make me look like, he goes, don't even answer the question. I already know what you're going to say. And he goes, it's not possible. And he's like, you didn't know what I'm going to say. You're going to say Brad Pitt Fight Club. And he goes, yeah, you knew what I was going to say. He goes, how did you know? He goes, every guy for the past 15 to 20 years has
Yeah.
said Brad Pitt Fight Club.
Right.
Because like that was like slim cut. Like you saw the definition.
Right.
And
You're
Almost
not.
like him in what's the Snatch? Was that it? Where he was the Irish boxer? Oh yeah.
yeah.
I remember that.
Snatch. He was an Irish, like he was a gypsy boxer or whatever, and he was supposed to like fight this dude, and it was something that was supposed to happen. He ended up killing the guy and stuff, and he was like, it's like, it's like, all right.
All right.
Yeah, have you ever seen that movie?
I haven't.
Snatch?
No, I haven't seen
Definitely watch that.
Okay.
It's one of those movies where like so many little things are going on, and they all.
Right.
It's kind of a British movie, but it's a pretty fucking good movie.
that. Okay.
Ashley hated that movie.
Really?
Yeah. I put it on one day, and she just like went to bed, and she's like, I hate that movie. I was like, I fucking forgot. Whatever. Oh well. All right. Question 3.
I got one.
Okay.
Since you're into cars and everything, we haven't asked this one in a while. What is if you could have one movie car or TV show car?
literally just looked at that question.
did
I was
you?
like, this would be perfect since he's
Exactly.
a mechanic.
Yeah. Which car would you
Yeah.
choose?
What's your favorite iconic movie or TV car?
Yeah.
Probably Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds.
Ooh,
GT500.
yeah.
The Nicolas Cage one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Nice.
that just set up just like that.
Eleanor.
Or a time traveling DeLorean.
The
DeLorean.
Yeah.
If it actually worked, yeah. that'd be
Yeah,
fucking
that's what I
cool,
said.
right?
A time
Yeah.
travel.
Time
DeLorean.
traveling.
Not just a DeLorean.
It has to have the
Fuck
flux
that.
capacitor in there.
Yeah.
You know, they actually sell those,
They do.
and it just wires into like a light socket in
Oh,
the car,
okay.
so you
Yeah.
can put it in the back.
How does it work? Like I was thinking about that because I was watching Back to the Future. Like I hit my head and I drew this, and he's like, "Oh, it works!" And I was
Yeah.
like, "How does it work? It's just lights,
It's
and it
just
looks like a
lights.
Y, and it just
Yeah.
literally has like an old like label maker that says flux
That's
capacitor
it.
on
You
it."
That's all
gotta have the
is.
gigawatts to make
I
it
know.
work. And
1.21 gigawatts.
somebody was talking about them making a part 4.
Yeah.
There's a fan made trailer out there. I honestly, because they'd probably put like Tom Holland in there to take over as Marty, I would think, and then
Oh, Tom Holland.
that and get like Robert Downey Jr. to play Doc.
Yeah.
Do like some kind of remake and it'd be all like real like edgy and stuff and
Yeah.
like, all right, kid. And he's like, hop in the door. He's like, no, I'm driving. No,
Yeah.
you can move over.
Yeah.
It'd just be, I think I would be a good one, but who else? I don't know anyone else.
I don't
that
think
can-
that'll ever happen.
No,
No.
I've heard Robert Zemeckis said that they would never remake it, which I feel like that movie they shouldn't remake.
No.
Like it, I feel honestly that's one of the best trilogies.
Yeah. It looks like from 3 you could make a 4. You could keep it going, but why? I mean, it's just
You've waited too long.
and that too.
Because I mean, technically, Doc still has a time machine
Right.
in 1885,
Correct.
that he goes back to, or that all the above.
Yeah.
Two with an
Two
N.
with in.
So here's my kids, Jules and Vern.
I shall.
And it was such a wacky like after a while I would never watch part 1 because I'm like I can watch part 2 and watch them both
Yeah.
at once, and
Yeah.
it's like that's what you call multitasking. Like telling my brother, and he's like 9, and I'm like,
One of my
like shut up, idiot.
one of my top 5 movie quotes is in Back to the Future, where Doc says, "Once this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious shit." I love that line. I don't know why. Just the way he says it. And coming from an old man to a young kid,
Yeah.
you know, in that time movie, just seeing, oh, he said shit, you know, oh my God.
Yeah.
But those are good. Mine will forever be Christine. I love that car in that movie. I've seen that car, the real car that they've had in that movie twice. It was once in Vegas when I was in Vegas.
Just driving itself.
I wish. Shit.
Oh shit! Run!
She's on the prowl. No, it was behind ropes, and they had it on display. They had a couple of the movie characters there. None of the, I think the friend was there, the actor that played Marty's friend or Artie's friend. I can't remember that guy's name.
I've never seen Gary.
And then another I think an actress was there, but they were signing autographs and stuff like that. But it's a cool car. I just think it's old classic, Plymouth.
Shut the fuck
So,
up, Murray.
it's-
Mine would be either the General Lee or the '66 Batmobile.
yeah,
Nice.
that's the iconic Batmobile.
I love that Batmobile.
Yeah,
Just the black and red. It's different. Like none of the other ones have ever done the red with it.
No.
I'm like, oh,
The bloody guts.
yeah. And then the General Lee because
yeah,
it's just
that's
such an iconic car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
South will rise. No. My friend, he had a what's it called an intercom on his truck. So he would sit there and he'd click it on, and I had that sound bit on my phone, and we'd play it, and he'd be sitting at a stoplight, and we'd hit it, and you'd see like other people in trucks going, "Hell yeah!" Like, all right, calm down, calm down.
That's how
Fucks.
everybody who drives a truck sounds like that, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well.
Hell yeah. All right.
Question 4.
Question 4. This might be the quickest we've gotten through the
Yeah.
4 in a while.
Yeah, haven't got on little tangents.
I know. I get off subject real bad sometimes.
I was getting ready to go off subject there for a minute, but I mean, I still can.
What for what?
Well, when you were bringing up the whole hell yeah, what do you guys think about all the people going down to the border
Oh God.
and doing all that stuff? I mean, it is nuts. I mean,
Yeah.
have you seen it?
Yeah.
I mean, and they had there was a train of them going down 35 yesterday or Thursday or something. Like, holy shit. I mean, I know it's big news, but damn.
They're getting excited. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is our country. It's like,
It's like,
I thought it was really bad down there. But my buddy last weekend,
Mm-hmm.
he ended up going to pick his son up in Mexico and come back.
uh-huh.
Nothing.
Oh, really?
He said he got on the highway. Hey guys, I'm just going to get my kid and bring him back. All right, goes through, drives right back in.
Bingo.
Nothing. And it's just because I was watching the disapproval of Donald Trump. So they had this one photo that was in front of like a courthouse, and they had all these pictures taken.
Yeah.
And then they had a dude with his iPhone on the side, and he recorded it. And it was two protesters with signs, and there was about 45 photographers from different news outlets taking the exact same picture.
Oh, my God.
And there was nobody. They were like, these should probably be paid actors.
Yeah.
yeah.
And they just, get all the news outlets over there so we
Oh
can
my
write
God.
this stuff up. And it's like when people talk about fake news,
Yeah.
there's fake news out there.
Oh,
Like, they're
oh,
made-
yeah.
they're very
It's
well made
distraction,
people at the
yeah.
border.
Yeah.
But can you imagine driving from Fort Worth to the border? Like, I'm gonna go support, and you get down there
Yeah.
like, where the fuck's everybody
Yo,
at?
where's everybody at?
Get my gun. And he's like, "What?"
Because people don't come across the border where there's like opening,
Right.
Like where you can like normal people travel through. They come across like in the sticks where
Yeah.
there's just
That's in the desert
Right.
and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to go sit at the border and be like,
Yeah. You're going to
don't you
drive
come-
your,
I'm gonna
your
sneak
little
by those-
Ford Taurus
Yeah.
down into the.
Exactly.
I'm stuck again.
Blaring your fucking creed. Can you
Can you
take
take
me
me?
higher?
That sounds like a bad episode of like King
I
of the
know.
Hill. Dale's in a Ford Taurus.
We're going to go secure the border. Oh, damn it, Dale.
Dang old border, dang old.
Damn it,
Don't forget the
Dale.
propane, damn it.
Yeah.
Hey.
We got a grill while we're there.
What's the pro? Oh, that's totally safe. Let's
right.
see. Question 4.
What's one we haven't asked in a while?
I don't know.
Trying to think. Should we play the Jeopardy tune here?
I know. I wish I had it on here. Let's see.
I used to have a
I can't
teacher
remember
that would do that when someone couldn't answer a question in 4th grade. She'd ask and she would do. Anytime
Hated
now.
when teachers
Yeah.
said
It's like,
that.
shut the fuck up.
Shut up, Miss Johnson.
Yeah.
Damn it.
You old whore.
She caught me in the encyclopedia one time looking up sex.
What?
And she goes, I know what you were doing. I was like, what was I doing?
Yeah.
She goes, I know what word you looked up. What word was it?
Yeah.
You going to talk about it? You going to tell me?
Yeah.
Tell
What
me
is
the
that? What is
What word?
Yeah, what is it?
What word?
I'm trying to figure it
I
out.
can't read.
Yeah. What do you think I'm talking about? And just kept on. She's like, I know what you're doing. I was like, what am I doing?
You're not gonna get me.
Because she refused to say the word.
Right.
Yeah.
And she could have just said, you're looking up sex.
You're
Shut
looking
up.
sex.
She said sex. Sexual
everybody would
harassment. Fight.
She wants to have sex with Rob.
Yeah.
A 45-year-old teacher just beating the living shit out of a 4th grader. You made me say it.
Let me put on my fight song. Can you take me higher? It's on her desk. All right. Let's fuck it. Okay.
Yeah, fuck it.
Just
ask it. Fuck it.
I saw one of
Yeah, fuck it.
Wait, no, don't.
Yeah, ask that one. That.
I
Yeah,
accidentally clicked something.
yeah that one there. That's a good one.
Okay, here we go. Who do you think would play you in a movie about yourself?
Denzel Washington. I'm just kidding. I don't think that one will work.
I'm not trying to be racist, but you
Oh,
look
that was
nothing
racist,
like that,
bro.
man.
That was racist. I don't know. I don't know. Couldn't think of Michael Pena because he's like Mexican.
Maybe, yeah.
I couldn't be a white guy. I just wouldn't work.
Yeah, true.
I don't.
Maybe a tan white guy. Brad Pitt.
That wouldn't work at all. He's got like this shitty black beard glued
I
to
know,
his
it's just
face.
glued on.
It's like, no, I don't. I mean,
I can't think of his name. Aquaman. Who plays
Jason
Jason
Momoa?
Momoa,
Yeah,
that would be
Momoa.
super
Okay,
cool.
yeah.
But
Momoa.
I see that.
he'd have to put on some weight, I think. not work out for a little while.
Those actors can do whatever.
Oh, yeah.
you know?
That's their job.
Yeah.
Get
I mean,
fat for this role. Get muscular for this
what's
role.
his face?
Get
who-
super skinny for this
Who
role.
played Bane?
Oh, Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy has gone.
He couldn't
went
play me.
from
He's not
huge
tall.
Bane.
Same thing with Christian Bale.
Oh yeah, Christian Bale did it.
He
The
played
Machinist.
Dick Cheney.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, his weight has fluctuated so much.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yes.
that's what they say when she asks your body type. Say Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Just don't say which one.
Christian Bale. It's like, well, what movie? Mixture.
American Psycho.
Yeah.
Dick Cheney.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Whichever one.
What time of the year is
What's
it?
your favorite? And then start talking about it. Oh, I love this one.
Is it bulking season?
Yeah.
That's what I like.
It's something seasons.
Sometimes I talk like this.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen what is it? Is it other college humor? The ones that he does.
Yes. We were talking about Pete
Oh,
Holmes.
yeah, that's it. Yeah,
He
Those are
does
so
like a
good.
spot on.
Oh yeah, you guys talked. We
He's
talked
like,
about
he
that.
was. You'll have to look him up.
I haven't looked him up yet.
Yeah.
The
Damn it.
button on the detonator.
Yeah.
I hit the button. I can do the alphabet. A,
Yeah.
you get it?
It's hilarious.
She's like, I get it. Do you?
Pete Holmes, right?
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so it's spot on too.
And,
He's like,
and the vein is so bad.
yeah.
Really.
That's my love.
Yeah. And then actually
I'm gonna have to send this
we always
to
play a clip, so
Pete. Yeah. Get.
Did you know you
Poor
Wait.
Bane.
can experience
Bane in that
ayahuasca
whole
in
scenario is
Texas?
just so bad.
My wife and I started the
shut up, fool. Fucking sombrero. Pete Holmes.
The other one that's good is when he's killing people, and the guy that's portraying the Penguin's like, he's like, I have one rule, and he goes, you just killed all those guys. He's like, no, they're really tired from fighting. Yeah. They're just taking naps. They'll be fine later. He's like, you put a batarang in that guy's eye. No, he's just really tired. He's exhausted.
Yeah.
Here's a little bit.
They were talking about how Batman doesn't kill people, and in Batman Returns with Michael Keaton, there's a part where he's fighting some clowns or some circus people, and he puts dynamite in one of their pants and pushes them off, and then he explodes. It's like, I thought Batman didn't kill people.
Well, we broke that rule a long time
Yeah.
ago.
I have one rule.
Bitch, just
I have two rules.
This one.
We totally had sex.
Yes, I know.
No, like hardcore. 3 times.
It was all a cruel ploy to gain your confidence.
That was a cruel ploy. Sign me up for another. It was great.
When the mission is at hand, no act is off limits.
Oh, I agree. Nothing was off limits.
So both of those are Pete
Like an
Holmes.
all-you-can
No,
fuck
it's just
buffet.
Okay, Bruce, that's enough.
Okay, let's get back on track. You must be wondering how we came to this moment, Mr. Wayne.
Let me see if I recollect. Some stuff happened. You sucked my dick.
Yeah, Al Ghul, here to finish my father's work.
oh that. Yeah, it's it's
so
stupid
bad.
stuff like that.
You sucked my dick.
He's like, how was it? I didn't shower. I was sweating and fighting all day. It's really like the first time I saw him, I was like, good God, this is. And then, like, when he was trying to do a bat voice, he does a
Right.
real high pitched. What are you doing? I'm making my voice like a bat. And then he hurts his voice, so he starts talking like that.
Perfect. Now you got it. Now
He's like, what? My voice like that? And they're like, yeah.
Sam popped into the chat. I don't know if he's still here, but he says, "I demand to be entertained."
He always.
I know he does that. and
You
then, like,
always
leaves.
request that, sir.
Does this entertain you? Yes.
Are you not entertained?
How? What else do we have to do?
Yeah.
Damn it! I demand to be entertained.
Gonorrhea!
There you go, Sam.
She can jumpstart a Civic
Yeah, with them milk.
with the
baby.
milk
Oh, yeah.
knuckles.
They'll jumpstart a Civic, baby, with them milk knuckles. Dude, am I a lesbian?
Strutting like my daddy.
I need more clips.
Yeah.
It's morphin' time.
Ooh, there you go.
Morphin' time.
I would have loved to have seen Theo Vaughn as a Power Ranger.
Oh my God.
That crossover would have been really cool. Guys, hurry up. They're going to kick our ass.
Man, this reminds me of that one time that man like just like what?
What? Not right now, Theo.
Oh, we love you too, Sam.
Yeah. Sam, nothing but
Nothing but
love.
love.
He is still in here. Oh. Some. So have you been on a lot of other podcasts then, or?
Yeah, I mean, I've done Sam's. I did the Juice podcast. I did RAP today.
Nice.
Had to change my shirt. Couldn't wear the same shirt twice.
Oh, continuity.
I think that's all I've done. I really don't think I'm forgetting anyone else.
Yeah,
That's
just us together. We've each done Sam's podcast,
Right, separately.
like separate, and then we were on the Fort Worth Roots together.
yeah.
God, that was a
Yeah.
that was a good episode.
That was good. Yeah.
I listened back to it and I was on one. Like, that was such a damn good episode.
Yeah, that was really good. But that was the only one we've done together, right?
yeah,
Outside of this one.
yeah. It was fun. We're gonna have a summer episode with him. We're gonna do a blow up pool and do the podcast because he had those things. We can just do it in the pool, like sit there, float around. I feel like that would be a great one.
I think you're going to wear your
You
Speedo.
got to get a really like.
Yes.
Is it like an above ground inflatable pool?
Probably.
Like y'all should get You know who Cole Wessel is?
Yes.
Country singer.
Yeah.
He's got that cover to that album.
yeah.
Where they're in the pool, like the above ground and like the rounded one.
Oh yeah,
Rounded
the
It's
one.
just him and 4 guys. And he's got like a bottle of whiskey.
Dude.
Like, that'd be a killer shot.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in the pool
I
already.
feel like that would
Yeah.
be a great episode. It's just us chilling, chit chatting,
Fuck yeah.
sitting in a pool, drinking. Like,
Hell
we
yeah.
would probably get really drunk.
drunker than
Really
you think.
drunk.
The water would just be yellow by the time we get there. Hold on, I gotta pee.
Just let it go, man. Just let it go.
Did you spill your beer? Or is that piss?
That's
I'm
no-
not sure.
That's pretty warm.
Someone have Mountain Dew in here? Or apple
Mountain
juice?
Breeze.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
so drinking preferences.
Yeah.
Preferences. What do you drink regularly? Like hard liquor or beer?
Usually it's like whiskey and Coke, whiskey and Sprite, whiskey and Mountain Lightning.
So
or
whiskey
Mountain
and
Breeze.
whiskey and
Yeah, whiskey in.
what are you drinking over there?
Right now I'm drinking Boulevard Tank 7. So I'm a beer guy. I do dabble in the whiskey. I do love the whiskey. But
I was just curious.
yeah, like you brought up Martin House. I do like Martin House. I prefer Hop Fusion. Hop Fusion and for their place, Revolver.
Yeah.
Revolver has a great venue.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the best breweries.
I haven't
It's
been down there
with-
forever.
Oh, I know. I think the last time we were down there was with you guys.
Yeah.
We all went.
Because it was only open like 12 to 3
Yeah,
on
they have
Saturdays.
weird hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I went out there one time and we didn't make it, and we ended up going to a buddy's house.
Yeah. We need to go we need to go again when they have the corn dog.
That corn dog
That
ale
corn dog
was
ale is
fucking
awesome.
delicious.
Especially when they put mustard
Yeah,
on
they
half
put
of
mustard on the rim. Oh.
It's good.
And it
does-
tastes like the corn dog
Did
batter
y'all,
almost.
did y'all drink the mustard beer from Martin House?
Mustard? No.
No.
Was it good?
No.
I didn't drink it.
Oh.
Obviously, you're not a mustard fan.
I got the hot dog water seltzer, and I threw up.
I would too.
I waited in line, so I waited in line for
To
it.
puke?
I got 2 4-packs, or no, I just got 1 4-pack, and then I got to the house,
Yeah.
and then I was like, I'm gonna make some food. I'm gonna drink one of these, and I took a sip. Ugh.
Ugh. Yeah, I can imagine.
I
did
bought
not-
these. I chugged it.
Yeah.
Just drank it as fast as I could,
Yeah.
and then proceeded to go in the backyard and vomit for like 15 minutes.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
And then I had Brewed Up Joe came to the house, and I think we had a cookout. And I told him, I was like, "Hey, dude, if you want one of those, I got 3 of them in the garage fridge." And he's like,
you can have them.
"He's like, yeah, I'll try one." And he shotgunned it.
Oh damn!
And he
Threw up.
Chocolate
No,
starfish.
he held it down.
Oh.
water.
He
Just
held
let it
down.
go, man.
No.
And I was like, you can take the rest too. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna give it to my to one of my friends or something.
Relabel it as something. Then they drink.
Oh,
Dude.
label it as Bud Light.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
No, they had a.
that might taste better.
They had there was a meme or whatever, a GIF about like those little Elf Bar vapes.
Yeah.
But they had one with the Limp Bizkit album
Oh,
cover,
God.
chocolate starfish and hot dog flavored water.
Fucking butthole.
That's
Sucking a
literally-
fart in. Just,
the concept that they named an album that
yeah.
is like, oh. But
Because
I mean,
hot dog flavored water, is that like,
it's just the water you would boil hot dogs in.
Yeah.
they didn't have any sexual meaning? I figured it did.
I have
Because
no
chocolate
clue.
starfish, I think, would be your butthole. Right?
Yeah.
Then what would hot dog flavored water
I don't know.
I don't want to know. What's your?
It can't be good.
What's your alcohol?
When I was drinking,
Yeah.
I was an IPA guy all the way.
Okay, yeah, I love IPAs.
My favorite Fort Worth brewery that I would be at regularly, that I enjoyed going to the most, would be Wild Acre.
Okay, yeah. Oh shit!
I don't know if I want to hear this.
No.
Okay, we have a few definitions.
It's like a Z job thing. It's like 18
Almost.
different fucking things.
The first one is hot dog flavored water, male cum, skeet or jizz or etc. To use it in a sentence, Brianna Banks loves taking a large amount of hot dog flavored water in her mouth and swallowing every bit. Whore.
Ooh.
And then there's ejaculate from the penis. This refers to the ejaculate from a male wiener dog. Oh. And then this
Had to bring the dog into it. Okay.
Yeah.
when you take a turd and the surrounding water turns a brownish color, this is hot dog flavored water. Oh, Mitch. Hey Dean, want some hot dog flavored water? Dean. Sure. What's it like? Mitch. It's a bit nutty. Dean. Yeah, sure. Mitch gleefully runs to floater in toilet with a cup. Okay, here we go.
All right, yeah.
Chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water. Chocolate starfish, the outer edges of a woman's asshole. Hot dog flavored water. What a man tastes like. What a man tastes while licking and sucking a woman's pussy after he comes in her. Chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavor water. Now, this is when you take the semen from your girl's vaginal cavity and then transfer it out to lubricate your woman's ass, and then you fuck her in the ass. So you
So
boom,
this
like a snake bite, and then boom.
This is a very educational show.
Little visual.
Hope
Yeah.
little Johnny's and little Sarah's have gone to bed now.
let it all fall out.
Mom, what's a chocolate starfish?
That one line from that song means a whole lot more now.
I know. Now that you think about it, like, Frederick,
Yeah.
nasty little shit.
Man.
But yeah, IPAs. Back to that.
Yeah, back to beer.
Have you heard of Roller Town up in Salina, Texas?
No.
They have a great IPA called the Juice Serum. It's really good. They have a really good IPA. So Tank is almost an IPA. It's not as strong as an IPA, but it's close. Tank 7.
Tank 7. I don't remember.
Boulevard.
We tried their, I think it was the wheat or so that we
Yeah.
had. I have it before, but
It's not bad.
yeah. So did you grow up in Fort Worth, right?
Yeah.
What part of Fort Worth?
East side of Fort Worth. Side. Off of John T. White and
Ooh,
Brentwood
yeah.
Stair.
My dad lives over there now, off Meadowbrook area over there. No,
yeah.
there's like a little bitty old person section, and that's where he lives.
Yeah.
Everything else is ghetto around it, and then there's like a little bitty section that's like kind of nice.
That's basically all of Fort Worth. All of
Yeah,
Fort
true.
Worth is like, oh, this is really rough, but there's one little good spot right there.
Yeah, you just got to know where to go and what
Yeah.
time to go.
Yeah, and where not to go ever.
No,
I was gonna say, did we just lose everybody?
no. Nate, like from the producer from Osos, he liked that we were live. So you went to private school over there in that area, or
I went to Meadowbrook Christian School. It's right there on Meadowbrook, next to like that Family Dollar and that bank. And but it's a big church now, but the school's not there.
Right.
But I went to private school till 8th grade, and then I went to Southwest High School.
Nice.
Southwest Fort Worth.
Okay.
was it a big change going from like a private school to a public?
Now, we used to act real bad in private school.
I would think so. Like, I don't think it would just really deter anything. It's just
I mean, it made it harder for like. I mean, it made it hard. Like
worshiping
this,
Satan and Harry Potter.
the classes were smaller, so there's less people.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there's more people paying attention to you, but we still got away with a lot of shit we probably shouldn't have.
Did you have a dress code?
Yeah, it was like
Suits.
Dickies and Dickie pants and collared shirts, like public school is now.
Oh.
Like the lower grades of public it's just a uniform. So
So I went to Castleberry, my whole school, and they never really had a dress code, but I remember you had to tuck your fucking shirt in. I always had to tuck your shirt in until my senior year, and then you didn't have to tuck your shirt in if it was, not so long or whatever.
Right.
But because you always look like a nerd. I'd be wearing my Jinkos and then have a fucking shirt tucked in. I'd look like a dad with Jinkos.
Yeah, looking like a
Look like a fanny pack on or
Napoleon Dynamite.
I know.
Or Kip. from-
What's going on? Want to play some hacky sack?
Can't break dance with a shirt tucked in.
No, like if I went to school in a movie, I would want to go to school at Donnie Darko's school. Have you seen that movie?
I've seen it once a
Jake
long
Gyllenhaal?
time ago.
It's man, it's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite movies.
He's a pretty decent actor. Are you excited about Roadhouse?
Yes.
Have you seen the original?
Excited, yeah, I've seen the original.
Okay.
More excited about Connor in the acting debut.
I did see that he's in there, and I was just like,
He looks freaking yoked.
Yeah.
And from the preview with the headbutt that he gives Jake Gyllenhaal, I was like, oh, I kinda
even
wanna
Jake
watch this.
Gyllenhaal looked kind of.
I mean, he got in really good shape for was it Southpaw? He was
Southpaw.
scary
Yeah.
in shape.
I liked him probably best in End of Watch.
Oh yeah.
I love that movie. God,
Good movie.
it's such a movie that just pulls you in, and like at the end, you're just like, no, like it happened.
Yeah.
You know, a movie I watched the other day was Juice. Have you ever seen that? It's got Tupac and Omar Epps.
I saw it when I was younger.
Long ass time ago. So it's like these 4 kids that hang out, and Tupac is part of the group and stuff. And then they go and get this idea to go rob a like Asian convenience store. And then Tupac like shoots the dude once they get all the money and kills him. And they leave. And then he shoots like one of his friends because he's like freaking out. And then another one of his friends he shoot. And it's weird. It's just like he goes on a rampage and stuff. And it's just like, Pac, come on, brah. No, like,
Calm down.
yeah.
Jeez.
But I'd sit there, and a lot of these movies that I've heard about or I've seen and stuff, I'm just like, let me just see what it's about. Like Deep Cover. You ever seen that one with Lawrence Fishburne?
No.
It's an old movie, but he's a cop that's undercover that gets into like the drug scene and stuff, and it's just, I don't know. It's a decent movie.
Right.
Boys in the Hood was a
yeah.
good one.
That's a classic.
Yeah, I love that movie. So seen it a couple times, and put my Jerry curl on, and it's just like, yeah. Then what else have I watched lately?
Oh, okay. Have y'all watched Reacher on Amazon Prime?
I have not. No.
Have you seen the Jack Reacher movies? with
I
Tom Cruise.
is that the
I
one?
haven't seen this show.
So Jack Ryan is the
That's Tom Clancy. Jack Ryan
okay.
stuff. That's,
I always get them too confused. I've never seen the Jack Reacher. I've seen a few of the Jack Ryan ones, like the older ones, not the newer ones, but
The newer ones has John. I can never say that full. Jim from The
Krasinski.
Office. Yeah, Krasinski. He's the new Jack Ryan in the
Yeah.
TV series. But hey, that Reacher show on Amazon Prime is probably one of the best shows that I've watched in a long time.
Really?
Because it's kind of slow going, but like once it starts to build, and the actor Alan, whatever the fuck his last name is, like I really like. Oh,
Alan Rickman.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
He's dead.
But
Yeah.
but I'm really into that show right now.
That's nice.
Motherfucker.
And then I'm ready for The Boys.
I watched the first my friend Alex had me watch that, and I watched the first episode.
From like the very beginning.
Yeah, I'd never
Dude,
seen it.
I wish I could go back to where I haven't seen any of The Boys and watch it all over.
Dude,
again.
it's nuts. Like this guy's holding his girl's hand. Have you seen it?
Yes.
And then just like
Yes.
the Flash dude just runs through her, and just he's holding her hand still, and she just explodes.
He's
like,
vaporized
oh, I can't
Yeah.
stop. And then boom, it's
Yeah.
like, what if like superheroes are real?
Yeah.
Like it's like a realistic take
The
on it.
boys are
A-Train.
badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I need to get back
When
into
is the next
Because they had that writer's strike,
right?
everything. I think it's going to be like the beginning of April or end of April, if
Okay.
I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I haven't seen, so
But, yeah.
I knew it was coming, but I was thinking it was more deep into summer.
And then they started Gen V, which is a spin-off show, but it's about like the school for superheroes.
oh, I
that. Oh,
didn't.
nice.
I haven't heard that.
It's on Amazon Prime. They have a whole
Okay.
season of it, and
Okay.
so I was like, my cousin's like, "Bro, did you watch it yet?" I'm like, "No," and I watched all of it. Well, when I found out they had already released all of it, so
Right, and that's
I
called
watched all
Gen
that.
V.
Gen V,
Okay,
and then
yeah, the
superheroes
boys are
are real.
awesome.
It would be a different world.
Yeah,
They might be.
If I was a superhero, I would not be a good guy.
What would be your
Yeah.
superpower? I'd be like an anti-hero.
Yeah.
I just do it if I felt like it. I wouldn't be like, oh, this lady needs help. I'd just be like, fuck
I'm
you.
gonna help everybody.
I like the concept of the poorest written superhero, Superman, like him as Homelander in
Yeah.
The Voice.
Yeah.
Having all the like being unbreakable, being
Yeah.
able to fly, laser eyes, all this.
Yeah.
But you're pretty much invincible at that point.
Yeah.
Unless they have dirt on you. That's why, like, when it comes to Superman or Batman, Batman's always been cooler.
Yeah.
Because you can't create the perfect being.
No.
Right.
And then, like, oh, we got a bad guy for you. And then when you do create the bad guy, you're like, oh, we killed Superman. How do we bring him back? Oh, the sunlight brings him back.
Yeah.
It's just like the concept. You wrote a character too well.
Yeah.
And
I know, because they even had to, like, people would start asking, like, well, how does he shave? And then they had to bring that up in one of the comics. And they're just like,
Yeah.
Kryptonian blades.
those were just in the pod this
Yeah.
whole time.
he ordered them. They
last
just,
forever.
Yeah.
I know. He's got like a.
They never go.
I
go
always
dull.
loved the concept of Bizarro. I always
Oh,
thought that
Bizarro
was cool.
Superman.
Yeah. He's like,
Hi,
it was
guy.
yeah, that was always a. But yeah, I would want to be like the full blown.
Really?
But I would literally take over the world. It wouldn't be like let's save people.
Yeah. You would go instant villain.
Yeah, for sure.
Really? Nice.
100%.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I'd want to fly because why not? And then I would want it to be I can fly off of Earth and like go check out other shit and stuff.
Right.
Like I wouldn't want to be held to Earth.
You want to
Right.
be Superman.
So
I
you
mean,
want to be Superman.
Yeah, but I don't need all the other shit. Like I don't have to be like, invincible
But
and
it would be
stuff.
super lame to be able to fly and then like not be strong.
Yeah, true.
I can fly, guys.
I got it, guys. Oh shit.
All
Hey,
right, Peter Pan.
yeah. I know. It's like, oh, you're just in tights.
Yeah. Or you
Can't
want
lift shit. Do you even lift, bro? And it's like, sometimes.
Like, imagine just being your normal body and be like, dang.
Yeah. Asteroid's coming. Jared, get it.
Yeah.
It still hits. It just splats me on the ground.
And
Well, that sucked.
Like the other superpower that I like, Deadpool, Wolverine, that kind of regenerative.
Yeah, like regeneration. That would be
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. And then the claws of Wolverine are just some of the
Oh, yeah,
coolest.
yeah.
Yeah.
Would you want bone claws or the adamantium ones?
Adamantium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Bone claws I'd be afraid to break.
Yeah.
But
It just don't look
It'd
as
be like breaking a nail, stabbing
I
somebody with a
know.
bone claw and it snaps off.
I know. I assume it's
Yeah.
going to grow back because regeneration.
hopefully. Yeah, it should.
So, I don't know. Are you excited for the new Deadpool movie?
Oh, yes.
Oh, God. That's going to be
Cannot
When they
amazing.
released those first set of photos, me and my cousin were like, oh.
I had to stop
This is
looking at
happening?
spoilers because they kept doing so much. And I was
know.
like, I'm going to know the whole fucking movie when I
Right.
see it. It's like, okay, well, there's that
Damn it.
person and this. And
Yeah.
I love that there's spoilers, but at the same time, I hate it because once I find it out, I'm like, damn it, I really wish I wouldn't have found that out.
I know.
Because it's like all these movies now, all the best parts are in the spoilers and in the preview.
Yeah.
And then you see the movie and there's no surprises left.
Right.
I'm just like,
Now I'm trying to keep myself away from as many spoilers as I can for that movie.
Yeah.
because, yeah. I'm stoked for that movie.
I've stopped watching MCU movies.
I kind of have just because the last few have just been kind of
They've
It just
been-
mediocre or
you can
shitty.
only carry that story for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think Christopher Nolan only did 3 Batman movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because what would the next one would have been Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Robin or Nightwing.
Yeah.
I think that could have worked.
It could have
Maybe.
kind of do a spin-off and maybe bring in like a villain that, whatever, but
They
I
could
don't
have
know.
brought in like the Riddler in that storyline.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Robert Pattinson as Batman?
I liked it a lot. I didn't have high hopes for it until I saw Tenet. And then I was like, okay, he does have kind of an action side to him.
Yeah, I didn't like in the previews that they released a picture with the eye black.
Yeah.
Because it's like, man, is this full goth or what? Like
Yeah.
this isn't. But it was for
It
the
is-
scene in
yeah.
the movie
Right.
because he had the suit on with the makeup. And I liked. Me and my cousin talked about it. I liked that. Or my cousin was the one. He goes, I like that they did that.
Yeah,
that
me
they
too.
showed it because everyone knows.
Everyone else, they take the mask off and they instantly have no black eye makeup. It's
Yeah.
like,
Right.
really? Like, where'd it go?
Right.
We're not going to explain. And then it's that same dude. What was his name? Pete
Holmes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does the one with Superman.
Yeah.
And he goes, and Superman's like, "You're wearing eye makeup." He's like, "Fuck you." And I mean, it's the truth.
Like Robert Pattinson, just the movie itself, like I liked it because it kind of put it more of the detective
Yeah.
part, like aspect of Batman versus all the action and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool, but I'm excited for the next one, but I don't know who the villain is. I know they teased the Joker, but I've heard he's not going to be the villain. He's just going to be kind of a whatever. So
yeah,
I
don't
heard
know.
it was the Riddler. I thought.
Well, the Riddler, because the Riddler was in the first, and he's locked up now. So I mean, he could get out, but I don't think they would do a whole nother movie of the same thing. So hopefully they would either do like a villain that they haven't done before or whatever. Because Penguin and the Riddler and the Joker technically were all in the first one. So
Right. I would say they really haven't done a very good Poison Ivy. I mean,
no, but it also depends on how they're doing them. Because like Christopher Nolan, he really had a grounded, aspect of
no killer
the
Croc.
villains and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. He had that's the cool thing I liked about his series is that could almost happen.
Right.
I mean,
Bane was just on
he used
steroids.
military technology and all that stuff. Bane was on steroids. And you merely adapted to the dawn. I was born in it. And it was just that, but Joker was just fucking nuts. I mean,
Yeah.
And then Scarecrow, it was like a mist he sprayed, which made him hallucinate. I'm like, it's plausible.
It's plausible.
Shut up, Murray.
Yeah.
But
Scarecrow has always been kind of like one of my underlying favorite villains in DC, just because just the different shit that he can do, and he can kind of get under Batman's skin on different shit like that. Like he's always fighting Joker and the Riddler, but then Scarecrow just kind of gets him in a little different.
Quit fucking with me.
See, even in that Batman Begins of Christopher Nolan's series, it was the Scarecrow. But it was also Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, it was kind of a mixture. And then I did like how they had him kind of, did he really show up in the Dark Knight?
Scarecrow?
Ra's al Ghul.
No, it was like it was
because it was in the third Dark Knight Rises. He kind of returned,
Correct.
more, I guess. But
Yeah.
and then because it had his daughter in there, and then the pit of Lazarus pit or whatever. So that was God. I love those movies.
Yeah.
I went and
Another good
saw
trilogy.
Dark Knight Rises like 3 or 4 times in the theater.
Oh wow.
I was just like, man, it's such a good movie.
Yeah.
I would go to work my overnight, and then I'd get there, and I didn't want to work, so I'd take a partial. And I was like, if they get here by this time, I can
make it to this.
Because Northeast Mall was right there, and I was working to the QT on 26, and I was like,
Okay.
if they get here by this time, I can haul ass over there and then see this, the midnight showing or whatever. I was just like, be perfect. So I did that a couple times. Like,
Right.
Greatest day ever. Were you big into like action figures as a kid?
Yeah.
What was like some of your favorite ones?
I had mine categorized as Marvel, DC, the Wrestlers, the Power Rangers. I still have all my Power Rangers in the original triangle boxes.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you got those ones, the
they're
tall
in
ones?
they're in a box.
I've got all the flip heads in there and
Yeah.
all the original flip heads in the package. So
And then I have the Dragon Zord.
Oh yes.
And then I had all my Star Wars in like a fold out C3PO.
I had that case too. And I am C3PO. It's like R2D2. Where are you? Oh my.
The ones that got the worst of it were the Ninja Turtles. Those ones got put in mud and water.
Yeah.
That's before I was really like careful with my toys.
Yeah, exactly. Star Wars I took care of. My Power Rangers were that was like on the cusp of that.
Right.
Wrestlers, we kind of created all different. Because me and my friend Jacob, who's been on the show a couple times, and my brother, we would set up our video camera and we would do our own wrestling match with because we had the ring, we had all the accessories, we had the championship belts and stuff.
You had the Titantron where they could walk down it.
We did at one point because he had it, and you had two little metal contacts, and there was 2 bars, and if you put it on there, it'd play their theme song.
Oh my god!
But the original one only had like 8 or 9.
Yeah, it was only like Mankind, Rock, Stone Cold, Undertaker, Kane, I think, and it was like just random ones, but it had all these little pictures. And when you put it on there and you make contact, it would light up and it would just go
just the one little character's light would flash.
Yeah.
It was
it's just real cheesy like 2D sound.
Jack's Pacific back in the day.
Yeah, like a MIDI file.
I love that shit.
I sold all my.
Smell what the Rock is cooking.
Yeah, so bad. No, I sold all my wrestlers to a little kid at a garage sale.
Oh, really?
He took it was probably like it was a big tote.
Dude, yeah,
like
we
a
had one of
storage
the
tote.
under the bed totes that was filled with wrestlers. I don't even know what happened.
I think the kid got them for like $25. He probably got 100 wrestlers in there.
No shit.
But I was like, that was in my high school years, like $25. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Take a gas.
there was 100 wrestlers at
couple
$10 a
tacos.
piece.
Yeah.
And that little kid, he probably had a great life.
Oh yeah. Because so my dad owns an antique mall, and I'd work up
okay.
there, and wrestlers, like some of those wrestlers, like $12 to $15 a piece for the newer ones. Like the older ones, we don't even see those up there usually.
Some of the newer ones, if you get a like a Roman Reigns or a Cody Rhodes, or
Yeah.
Randy Orton with the changeable hands,
Yeah.
$32.95.
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
I've got a Macho Man that's got the exchangeable heads and everything in my booth right now, and that figure alone was like $30 brand new, and I was just like, Jesus. So.
They had I was at Walmart the other day. They had a stunning Steve Austin.
Oh wow!
And I was like, oh,
Stunning Steve Austin was before he became Stone Cold.
and that was before
Okay.
he was. What was he? The $1 Million Man for a
that
brief
was
stint.
he was part of his army or whatever, or his group.
Yeah.
Whenever he first came over to WWF, because he was in WCW. Yes, early '90s or so, and he was Stunning Steve Austin. He had long blonde hair and stuff, and then he came over to WWF, and then he was part of Ted DiBiase's like $1 Million. What I can't remember the group they called it. Yeah. And then he had like short hair, and then he was trying to go for like a Butch from Pulp Fiction, the Bruce Willis character,
Right.
That kind of look, and then he ended up switching over to the name Stone Cold because his wife gave him say, "Well, you better drink your tea before you get Stone Cold," and he was just like,
Oh yeah, that's great.
son of a bitch, that's a good idea. And then he called him up, and boom, Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's how we got him. So.
Yeah. That's
But I mean, he got lucky. A lot of dudes get fucked and creative.
Yeah.
Prime example, Gold Dust. God, like,
And then he had to stick with that character for fucking ever. It was
Yeah.
just such a weird
and
character.
Dustin, a champ.
Yeah.
Like, that dude, he owned that character. He made it.
Yeah.
all that.
He dove.
Oh man,
Such a fucking weird character, but it was just.
Right.
And then when Cody was there, he was what, Stardust?
Stardust,
And he hated that character, I heard, but they
Right.
had him
And
stick with it for a while.
I didn't know that he was the Intercontinental Champion before he was Stardust.
Really?
He had the strap before, as he was
Oh, he's part of the legacy.
the legacy,
thing?
and then he ran a little bit. He was he was a pretty boy. I can't remember what his name was though. And then they broke his nose, so he had that Rip Hamilton.
Yeah, and
mask
then
on.
he it was
I'm
kinda
hideous. Don't look at
yeah,
me. Don't look
it was
at
like
me.
this Phantom of the Opera style clear mask.
The
and
fuck?
It was weird.
And but if you look at Cody's career, he still does the cartwheel in the ring. that
Yeah.
he took from the Stardust character.
Yeah,
The suits that came from that character that he was with the face mask on, and then just little by little he kind of turned into his own.
kind of created his own
And
through like all these.
He's
failed
one of the
attempts.
few dudes, because some of those dudes, like Randy Orton, he was built to be a wrestler.
Oh yeah,
and you just can't deny him.
it's
And-
in his fucking family genes and shit.
But
Yeah,
like
no
you
joke.
look at Dusty Rhodes and you look at Dustin Rhodes, and it's like similar dude.
Yeah,
Dustin's in better shape. But
Yeah.
Dusty would do stuff he shouldn't have been able to do.
that was old school wrestling. Like you didn't have to be buff back then.
Yeah,
Like you just
bionic elbows. And,
yeah.
and Cody still uses some of that stuff, pays homage, but
It is cool, but it was so weird back then how you didn't have to be in shape to be the top wrestler. Like if you look at like George the Animal Steel,
Oh, yeah.
fucking hairy as shit, no muscle tone to him, and it's just like this is the guy. It's like all right,
you have no choice. He's the one.
yeah. And then back then, like all those like old school guys are just and they think they're
puff up their
muscular. Like,
chest.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Have y'all watched that movie Iron Claw?
I have not
About the
yet.
Von Erichs?
No, I've been waiting for it to come out so I can actually watch it, but I really want to watch that. So,
Yeah,
no spoilers.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I just know my mom and my uncles, when they were kids, they would go see
Yeah.
them at the Sportatorium
Oh, yeah.
in Dallas, and I was like, I missed out on this.
I know. Like even this guy William at work, he's probably like early 60s or whatever, but he was telling me about like when he went to go see the Von Erichs at in Fort Worth sometime. I was like, dude, or one of them. I was just like, that's so fucking awesome.
Really?
And it's just, I mean, they were like,
Yeah.
wrestling around here, they were like a royal family.
Yeah.
Right.
And man, one by one, and then like Stone Cold Steve Austin had someone's daughter on his podcast, one of their daughters.
Oh, really?
Because she was in the business,
Huh.
but she didn't use the Von Erich name.
Yeah, because a long time ago they had territories. It was
Yeah,
like they had the Northeast, which was like the Vince McMahon's territory. It was like New York, Connecticut, all that shit. And then they had like Jerry Lawler had the Midwest or Memphis kind of area. And then they had this person, and each territory had like one or two big stars. And then what Vince did, whenever Vince Jr. took over, he kind of made it to where he pulled all those big stars and said, hey, come wrestle for me. And then kind of started up the WWF. Like it was there, but he kind of pulled all those big names and stuff. Because like Andre the Giant would be in this territory for a while, and then he would travel to this one and wrestle and stuff. And then you had Hulk Hogan was like the star of this territory.
Because they didn't have like regular TV spots.
Right. Yeah. And it was just like local broadcast. It wasn't like cable.
Right.
They didn't really have cable back then.
Oh wow!
Because like here locally, we have Matt Warpro. They do shows at like Ridgely. They've done shows at Martin House, the Southside Preservation Hall.
Yeah.
And then NPX, I think that's in Euless or Bedford. They do a show every Friday and Friday or Saturday, one or the other.
Yeah.
And then there's Grand Prairie. There's their own promotion. There's Paulo something promotion. They use Ridgely Theater too.
Oh wow!
But
I didn't know there's that many
a
local
lot of
ones.
these small local ones.
Yeah.
And there was a guy, Brick Savage, and that's because I take my middle son to go watch Mount War Pro, and he's like, I want him to win. So we took pictures with Brick and everything. But I started following him on social media, and then I started kind of like looking around, and he does promotions down there. He's from Austin.
Oh, nice.
So he does these other promotions. He did a couple of podcasts down there. And then I was like, oh, he wrestled the Samoan Werewolf, which is like the Usos' cousin.
Oh, really?
And he's a free agent. They're trying to call him up. And it's like,
oh, Lord.
Another bloodline. And then
so all we need is more of them.
The late, great Umaga, his son got out of prison. And he's wrestling now. So the bloodline, that whole family is
And then
ridiculous.
I heard that The Rock isn't really even related to Roman. It's just
no, they are, but it's
it was something that his grandfather and the other Rock's like grandfather or Roman's grandfather or whatever were like so close, and then they is basically like family, but I don't know how true it was.
Right.
Yeah,
But
they're
it's like distant.
They're like distant cousins because The Rock's dad wasn't Samoan.
Yeah.
It's his mom.
Yeah, his dad was black, and then his mom was Samoan.
Yeah.
And then Nia Jax, I didn't know was in the family, the bloodline somewhere.
Like,
I think she's related to The Rock somehow or whatever. And then you got like Roman, Yokozuna was in there, Rikishi, Umaga, the Wild Samoans, the Usos.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's so many of that. That's kind of like why they call it the bloodline, I guess. There's so many wrestlers that was from that like lineage and stuff.
Holy hell.
Yeah, it's insane. I'm sure everyone tuned in to listen to wrestling.
Keeping up with that.
Yeah.
Jeez, damn.
Yeah.
I know. It's just, I could do a wrestling podcast. Like, I would love to do that, but it's just.
Well, that was one of the things that you had the idea on with the green screen.
Yeah.
Doing like a voiceover.
Yeah, I wanted to do like where we do it's a YouTube, pretty much YouTube show, but we'd have green screen behind us. We'd watch a Royal Rumble. We wouldn't do any voice or sound from it. And it'd almost be like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 thing where we kind of do our own commentary and just go back and watch old ones. And then people, make fun of them or whatever, and just kind of have a TV in front of us to where we're watching, but green screen behind us. So it's playing on there what we're watching, and then do like a web series on it. But I never got it off the ground. So maybe
I don't
one
know
day
how that would work with like copyright infringement and stuff.
Well, the thing is, because I've seen clips and stuff, but I would, because the audio I wouldn't have on there.
Right.
So I wouldn't have to worry about that, but I just don't know about the clips, but I would assume it's okay. I don't know. So
you would think it'd be okay for the clips.
Yeah.
Without sound.
I know.
Well, because like Joe Rogan used to do the UFC, the fight companion.
Yeah.
So, but they couldn't show the video.
Oh,
but that's
really?
a live
Yeah.
pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's because it's a live pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Or if
That
there's
could
like,
be.
It may
couldn't
be
show
just
the
because
pay-per-view
if they were
clips.
actually live, then that's like, because then he's basically broadcasting it for free and they lose
Right.
money. But these are old ones. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't think it would matter, but who knows? I mean,
yeah. I mean, there's
Vince McMahon
still
needs
people
to
that watch
pay.
wrestling.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So, I mean, it would be a cool concept maybe down the road. I don't know. One day we'll see. So, do you said you've been doing your show for a year now?
yeah, roughly a year.
Nice. So what's the whole concept of your show?
Well, when we started out, it was like I got to change the name from the Six Pack Podcast to something, and I was in this weird spot of like fighting inner demons. Like I came out of my marriage, separated. Kids go back and forth every other week, and I like that shit was rough on me. Like, mentally, it was just like it was so draining. I turned to alcohol like heavily, and like every day, like it was just like sitting off of work. There was a Yeti in the bed of the truck. I just grab a beer and get started. And it was very unhealthy. I ended up in a really fucking rough relationship after that, and just didn't know any better how to navigate myself, and I just kept going into alcohol. So
it's rough, Because so did you have a good divorce or a bad, like rough one?
Well, the kids were involved, so I mean, there was some rough patches. There's been some okay patches. We've had some birthday parties, some that turned into a shit show. So it's just one of those things. Like there's no like book on it. Because you go, it's just two people's emotions, and you got kids involved, and you got families involved. So it's just a lot of just trying to navigate it. So I was drinking too much, and I was like battling inner demons, or people say. The Fed show, I mean, I don't put the slash anymore, but it was facing / embracing demons.
Okay,
that's where FED.
That's why I was like, it's got to stand for something. Like, there's no way he'd do it like that. And then he accidentally hit the key on the keyboard. Like, oh fuck it.
And I was like, I want to make merch. So like I got one hat made that was just for me. And then it just says Stay Fed, and that's the logo that I use now. And I want to do something with that eventually, make merch and stuff, but it's not like a real push. I did get some hats online that say Fed Up in the FedEx lettering.
Oh, nice.
That's
so
awesome.
But those are dad caps, and I don't wear those.
I like these style, like trucker kind of, or like baseball hats.
A lot of preference. I did have like 4 or 5 sample hats made. Some of them were trucker. I had a bucket hat made. I had regular snapbacks, and I just did like a little variety to see. And my kids ended up with those. My uncle has one. And it's just kind of one of those things. I mean, if you got people beating down the door for merch, I'll go make some.
Exactly.
Until they do, I'm not spending.
I know I'm not gonna like do it on the off chance someone, because I know people listen, but it's like, do they listen enough to pay me, $20-$30 for a hat?
Because I mean, is it even worth doing it? Because if you buy more, it's cheaper. So
exactly.
If I buy 20 hats, then they cost me $10 a piece. That's $200. And then I get stuck with 10 hats.
Exactly.
And I barely made my money back.
I mean, it's like 25 a piece. Because that's the shitty part, is you got to look at what can I sell it, and what would I realistically like to sell it at, and then how much profit am I going to make off that? And
is all that work even worth it?
And then you got to think, like, I'm buying this inventory, so if I'm not selling it, I've already paid for it. It's just sitting there. So you just got that little back and forth, and you're just like, I create every once in a while. I'll create something like I have beer glasses with the light bulb logo on there and stuff. That it's nothing that we did, but I just like to, if I'm drinking, I'll have it on there and stuff. So
I think the coolest merch I ever did was I had beers made. I had IPAs made.
Oh, really?
With the Six Pack Podcast logo on the front.
Oh, cool.
And a different logo on the back. And it was I mean, I can't remember the name of the company, but they're online. And I think it was probably like $120 for, I want to say like 48 beers.
Was it like was it a special brew that was specifically for you, or just that brew with your logo on it?
They have like because they make bottled waters, they make canned waters, and then they have like 6 or 7 different beers you can pick. So there's like a light beer, there's like a IPA, there's a amber, a Bock. So you just pick one of those, and it was a brewery out of California. Because nobody offered anything like that in Texas.
True. They ship alcohol?
Yeah,
I know you can ship certain alcohols, but
I think it's someone has to sign for it. I think it had to come like FedEx or DHL. It couldn't come like United States Postal Service.
Postman drop off 12 6-packs on your front porch.
It's like, in your mailbox.
Hope you're an adult.
Bye. Hope they don't steal it. Just like ammo. But I think there's some ammo companies that just drop it at the door now.
Yeah,
really?
I think so.
Yeah, because my brother has packages, and I'm like, why does this fucking thing weigh 30 pounds? And it's like, oh, did my
1,000 rounds of
did my AR ammo show up? I'm like, there's a heavy ass box on your bed. But yeah, we just started rolling with the podcast with Facing and Embracing Demons. So we did try to do like mental health stuff, and I always found myself like walking on eggshells.
Yeah.
Because at one point me and my cousin did an episode on gun violence. So I recorded the episode and then I watched it back and I was like, I don't know if we said some of this stuff in a way that people are going to take offensive. Right. And then while I was watching it back, I looked at the news and there was a shooting the night before. Shit. And I was like, nah, not releasing that.
Yeah.
So I went back and I called it like the Lost Fed session, and I cut out all the stuff about school shootings because it's like it just would have came across very like I didn't give a shit, and and that wasn't the purpose. Was let's have a conversation. Let's talk about how we could come up with better concept, because usually people are black and white. Guns are bad, okay, or guns are good.
Yeah,
and
that's it. Really much in between. Like,
and the gray area is like, well, mag capacity. It's like, bro, you give me a machete, I'll kill more people.
Yeah,
than you can with that gun. that was the conversation we tried to have started, and it just wasn't working. We did a few episodes, like I had Tavo the Trill on, and we talked about like the men's role, masculinity, that kind of topic, and then I had Kevin Tyrone on, and we were talking about like what's expected of a man and the man's role, and we kind of went along those men's health topics, and then it kind of just got to the point where it was like we're kind of reaching, and not everybody was wanting to really open up.
Yeah.
And then like I had Johnny from the Rap Podcast on, and he kind of talked about like him growing up and his dad and the relationship that he doesn't have, and some of the stuff he's been through. So I mean, it was really cool to have that space and be able to talk to some people that wanted to. Yeah. But I was like, I'm not rebranding again. I'm not going to change the name again. No. We're just going to keep it the Fed Show, and then I drive a Crown Vic, so that helps with the whole Fed name.
Federales.
The next car I'm looking at is a old police Tahoe, so we'll just keep rolling with it.
Okay.
And get some stickers on there, and
but yeah, that's basically what we've been doing. And my cousin's been there, Chase has been there, so we've been rolling. We call them with the VCR sessions for Vincent, Chase, and Robert.
Oh, cool.
Okay, because I saw that on there. And I was like, talk about VCR tapes or not?
Well, Chase is a big VHS guy.
Yeah,
classic horror movies and stuff. So it was just like VHS, and then I'm a mechanic, and me and Chase both worked the same shop, so we did like a Honda CRV. So it's Chase and Robert minus Vincent. So the CRV session.
Okay.
So
nice.
I've just random. I was like, oh, that shit works. Fuck it. So we've done those, and then most of the other ones are just kickback sessions when I have a guest, and I really don't go looking for guests anymore. Like, hey, you want to come to my podcast? You want to do it? Like I used to be real bad about it. Like, hey man, you should come on my podcast.
Yeah.
When I was drunk.
Oh yeah.
And just like tell her, hey, this would be cool. And
you got a fucking story to tell, don't you?
Yeah. Come on, let's talk about some shit.
And one day you have a knock at the door. It's like, I'm here for the podcast. Like, what?
The fuck? Who are you?
Fuck?
Yeah.
And so it
How
just
do you know?
But yeah, so I just kind of like I've had Dank 817 on both podcasts.
Yeah.
And then Brewed Up Joe. I think I had Tropicana on both.
We haven't had Tropicana. We've had Dank on. I've technically had Dank on twice.
Yeah.
But the first episode, for some fucking reason, because I was recording on my computer, not to my board.
Yeah.
And for some fucking reason, it decided to use the microphone on my fucking webcam instead of these microphones. So we sounded perfect in our ears.
But it wasn't
We
recording.
had a hilarious episode. It was me, Dank, I think Andrew from Fort Worth Roots, and Grizzly.
Yeah.
And I think that was it. And funniest fucking episode.
It was a great time, I'm sure.
I go listen back, and it just sounds like you're all listening from a little bitty mic. And I'm like, so then we redid the episode, and it was still a great episode, but I was like, all that magic, like you can't recreate it. It's so hard.
Yeah.
So,
like, but when I started podcasting, it was just me and my cousin getting drunk.
yeah.
So we didn't have mics. It was literally, hey, reverse the camera, put it on the dash in the truck. All right. Hand me a beer. Let's do this.
Just driving.
No, we'd be parked.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we were still breaking the law because the keys are the ignition and there's open container.
True.
Right.
So we just split this. I'd get like a Voodoo Ranger 6-pack, and we'd 3 and 3.
Show us over when we're done drinking.
Yeah, and it was like, and then there was a couple of times Like I used to work for Drive Time, so I would get to drive the cars home, like to set them up for inspection.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a couple of episodes where we're like in all these different cars for like a month, and it was like, yeah, we're in like a Tahoe, then we're in like a Traverse.
Yeah.
Just getting plastered.
These
in the
guys,
car.
these guys are
Plastered.
rich. How
Yeah.
many cars do they have?
Yeah.
Exactly.
The car was great, but there's beer bottles in the back.
Hey, there was a couple of times.
Yeah.
There was cans in the center console. I took them back. I was like, I don't know who did that. Well,
Yeah.
that wasn't me.
They look at your podcast.
Yeah.
You're literally
Oh,
sitting
shit.
there.
But my cousin was like, bro, you showed up drunk when we started the podcast. I was like, I know. Like, that's what we do. We drink. He's like, no, you were wasted when you got here.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah. He goes, we stopped recording and you put your phone in the cup holder. And then we were talking normal. And then you started talking to the dash again. Like the camera was there.
Oh,
And I was like,
shit.
oh, yeah. I was like, where did I sleep at? He goes, you slept on the floor in the living room. I was like, oh, all right.
Nice.
Yeah, you right, dog. You right.
You were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. Like my first podcast, it was literally me and my friend. I was in San Antonio and he was in Fort Worth. So we would get on Zoom and I got him, we had nice microphones and stuff. And then we would just literally like every Friday night, usually we would just sit on Zoom and drink and just chit chat and talk about our week. And that was a podcast.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but that's like taking your, like doing something with your podcast.
Yeah.
Catching up with my buddy.
Yeah, and then we did that. Like we would not talk at all during the week. We would not call each other or whatever.
Save it for the
So
podcast.
literally, yeah. So the only time we would get started, and then we'd be like, all right, is there anything you for sure want to bring up? Anything you want me to, whatever? It's like, nope. All right, let's do this. All right. Then we just get started, and then like, so what'd you do this week? And and just kind of catch up. We talk about stuff. We usually have something that we bring up or whatever, and
Right.
it was just a good time. But then it got to where I was working in QT, and then he still does, and then it just kind of got to where we didn't have as much to talk about,
Yeah.
and I was working on other stuff. So then we ended up stopping that show, and then I kind of was like, man, I want to do the podcast again, but I was like, I want to do it to where we have guests on, because we had guests on every 10 episodes on that one. It's like episode 10, episode 20, episode 30, like we'd do a guest. But this one, I was like, I want it to be more of a guest-based podcast.
Yeah.
And then now that it's so fucking hard to get guests sometimes, I'm like, let's go back to the old
Right.
style, baby. But
I mean, the guest is always fun, but like, I always find it the best podcasts with guests are people I've never met before.
yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Except for Dank 817.
Oh, God.
You can talk to Dank about anything.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's going to be an amazing
He's got
conversation.
stories, and he almost reminds me of like Post Malone. Kind of just that style. He's just real cool, real chill, but he's got these stories, and it's like, damn, dude.
But trying to continue to keep that energy with guests.
Yeah.
Like you can, like the guys from RAP, I'm going to have Aramis on my podcast on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So
Is he their third member?
yeah.
So
it's
we
Jay,
haven't met
Johnny, and
him because
Aramis,
we
yeah.
had them on back. I don't even remember how long ago. It was like episode.
Yeah, they had told
20
me, but
or
that was,
something.
I think that was in your other space.
Yeah, that was in my old studio with green screen and stuff. But
Yeah, because we were talking about that.
and we didn't really know them at all, but they were cool to have on. And I was just, man, these guys are pretty cool. And so I've been wanting to have them back on, but it's just finding time because with Johnny living like fucking BFE,
Oh,
and
he,
then
he moved.
oh, he did.
He's closer. I don't want to like tell people where he lives.
Where's his
but
address now?
I don't know. I just know he doesn't live.
He was
on-
in like Frisco or
yeah,
something.
he's not that far anymore.
Oh, damn.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think he's like 30 minutes
Oh, okay, good.
or less than that. Because we talked about it the other day.
Yeah, because I was just like, dude, because I had TFTI on a long time ago. That was when Joe was still on the show. That was like episode 5, I think.
Man, what's Joe doing?
I don't even know.
I thought he was gonna start a podcast.
I thought he was too, and then me and him send TikToks back and forth to each other, and that's pretty much all I hear from him. And it's usually like wrestling related ones.
Well, I mean, I think the last time I talked to him, I think he said he got equipment, and I don't know.
I haven't talked to him honestly.
But
since.
he said he was looking for something very specific, like there was a way he wanted to do it. I
Yeah.
mean, sometimes, man, I said the same thing, and then I was like, so I'm not with my kid's mom, and I was like, hey, mom, because I moved in with my mom.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, mom, I don't want to. I want to do a podcast at your house. She's like, and I was kind of already doing it with with the black backdrop.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was like, how you feel about me getting some Amazon furniture and painting one of these walls? And she's like, you got to paint
one.
She's like, you got to paint the other walls in the room too. I was like, damn. I was like, all right. to Home Depot, got whatever paint was on sale.
Yeah,
$8
exactly.
bucket. And I was like, all right, Mom, I got this.
Make this happen.
And that's the podcast studio right now is
Really?
my mom's fucking living room.
Hell yes.
And then like my dad, he's got a walker. So sometimes I have to cut out because you just hear in the background. It's like, fuck.
What are you kids doing?
It's past your bedtime.
We were sitting down one time and I was there like talking in the mic, and then my cousin's over here and Chase is there, and my dad just walks onto the other sofa and sits down.
Just joins the show and just
Afterwards, my cousin was like, bro, I thought your dad was going to sit there for the whole time. I was all nervous. I'm like, why? You know, people watch us on YouTube,
Yeah,
right.
He's like, yeah, but I don't know none of those people. And my cousin, like, he has not, the people that follow the podcast, my cousin does not talk to them. He does not follow them. They don't follow
does
him
his
personally.
part, and then that's
Yeah.
it.
He's like, he's literally just, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
All right. I was like, you want a beer? Yeah. You want coffee? Yeah, that's cool. And just, it's gotten better having 3 people
Yeah.
because, and we try not to talk about current events, like, because we do have a group chat, and they're telling me today, like, oh, we should talk about this. Oh, we should talk about that. It's like, guys, I did a podcast, and I'm doing a podcast tonight, and I've had all this stuff going on. I'm going to get an energy drink in the morning. I'll buy y'all some beer.
Right.
And then we'll just roll through it. Whatever y'all want to talk about. And I'll
Hell
comment.
yes. Yeah, I don't know. With our show, it's such an open format. Like,
Yeah.
At
But that's
first,
good.
we were trying to do like episodes,
Topics
like
and-
topics and stuff, and then we
Yeah.
kind of abandoned that probably about 15, 20 episodes in or so, because it was just like sometimes we would have repeating guests, and it's like, well, what topic do we bring up this time? And then I was just like, you know what, fuck it, we'll just hit record and talk and just kind of
I'm saying that's really been going great because we just go with the flow of the conversation.
yeah,
and
because whoever
what
the
our
guest is and stuff, we
Yeah.
kind of half-ass interview them and then kind of get to know them, but it's just like we bring up personal stories and stuff, and we tell same story 1,000 times and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I catch myself, like, I try not to be like doom and gloom about a DWI.
yeah,
I tried to like, it's good that it happened to me because I was like, I wasn't a raging alcoholic, but I was abusing the shit out of
it
alcohol.
was definitely an
Right.
eye-opener.
'Cause
Just
I went-
like,
'cause-
okay, I got to.
They're like, you got to go to AA classes. And I'm like, huh? And I went in there and I was like, I'm going to be real honest with y'all. I do not belong here. and because, it's like there is people that do have like
Correct,
legitimate
yeah.
like addiction. Like they want a beer like when they wake up.
Yeah.
Right.
They want one on their lunch break.
Right.
They want one in a styrofoam cup while they're at work.
Jesus.
And that's like, but I was like, that's not me, guys.
Right.
Like I'm just trying to get wasted. Like,
Exactly.
and and I mean when you say it that way, but so I did the classes. So my 2 months I went or whatever, and it was just like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep going. And I was like, no, I'm not going back. I don't want to do that anymore. But I mean, I haven't struggled. I haven't had a drink since the DWI. I got it
Wow.
on March 16th on 3/16 day. Drinking. I started out with Broken Skull IPA, and
Yeah.
then I killed a 6-pack at Keystone. And then there was some mixed drinks
You
involved.
do have a problem.
Like,
If you're drinking Keystone,
well,
not,
I was trying
not
to stay
forcefully.
hydrated. I was trying to stay hydrated.
Get more of the water.
like 98% water.
I was like, I drink these strong ass beers, so I'm gonna drink some watered down beer.
Exactly.
And it was I saw the video from the body cam footage,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm just slouched over in a car.
You want to be on my podcast?
Oh, that would.
Were you at least parked
I was parked the wrong direction on the street
on the street?
in East Fort Worth,
Oh man.
and then they had 4 officers rocking the car trying to wake me up, and I'm just there like this.
And the car's running.
rock the
and-
No,
Oh.
apparently I turned the car off.
Okay.
And I was just sitting in there, and then they finally woke me up, and I was like, "Oh, what's going on here?" And so yeah, I got an attorney, all that jazz. I was got locked up. I was in jail for like 44 hours or 43 hours.
Oh, okay.
Never going back.
I wouldn't. I mean,
No, I
Just-
don't even want to know.
yeah.
I've never been. Don't need to.
You do not want to go.
No.
No.
I don't like being held against my will.
Yeah.
I was looking out a window. I was like, "Fuck this window."
Dude, and that's the
depressing.
thought. Like, trying to put myself in that mindset of, like, I literally cannot leave this situation. I
Right.
have to deal with it. Like,
Right.
putting yourself in that mindset, you're just like, fuck, that would freak me out. I was like, I just want to go home. We're like, well, you're not going home.
You want
Yeah.
to take a shit in a room when there's another guy that's just watching you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no door.
Exactly.
Oh, you want a drink of water? It comes from the top of the toilet. There's the water fountain right there.
Right.
And I just
Excuse me, man. Can you lean forward? I'm thirsty.
yeah, it was bad. And, they put me in.
Ooh, that's good water. Oh,
Yeah,
hot dog water.
I didn't.
hot dog flavored water.
I didn't drink the entire time I was in there because they don't give you like water or anything. Like they're like, "Where's your cup?" And I was like, "What cup?" And they have like bullshit fake Gatorade. But
Oh,
I didn't have a cup, so I never drank out of the toilet water thing. I didn't do it. And I ate the sandwiches and the cookies that they give you on the way to your cell.
Yeah.
But then when you're in your cell, they're like, "Oh, lunch is at 11." And we went over there to eat. The worst, like, brought sausage thing you've ever seen. Corn tortillas that are not browned or cooked or anything, just raw tortilla. And, like, the beans that haven't been seasoned. There's no bacon grease, no nothing in them. And the worst rice
Plop.
ever. And
Get
it
a
was like,
weenie and a tortilla.
and I was like, the dude that was in my cell with me, I was like, "Bro, here, you can have that shit." Like, I already knew I was getting out that day.
Right.
I had already talked to a judge, and they're like, "We're gonna let you out on PR bond, so you'll be out as soon as we process everything." I was
Right.
like, "All right, cool." And that was like 9 hours later. So I should have ate, but I didn't.
Yeah. Hey, give me that wiener back.
They called me down. So they took. I got out of my jumpsuit.
Yeah. Cock meat sandwich.
Yeah.
I could give you a wiener.
Yeah.
You suck my dick.
So you were just in a cell with one guy?
Yeah, well, they had us in like these holding cells before there, and there was probably like 20 of us.
Yeah, like a
10
drunk
to 20.
tank kind of thing.
Yeah, I woke up with that drunk take. I didn't have my nose ring, didn't have my belt, didn't have my phone or my wallet, didn't have my shoelaces. I was like, "Fuck, where am I at?" And this dude looked at me. He goes, "You're in jail, bro." I was like, "Damn." And
That was a dream.
I was like, "Dang." And then I got the phone. I was like, I called my mom. I was like, "Hey, I'm in jail." She's like, "I know. That's the last location on your phone."
Oh,
I
shit.
was like, "All right." And she's like, "What do I do?" I was like, "Call so and so. She'll know what to do." And then they let me out on PR bond, so I didn't have to pay any money to get out. But
Oh,
Wow.
really?
Nice. That's
It's a
great.
first time offender and all that. But
Okay.
yeah, don't ever go to jail.
No.
Yeah.
And I used to be the one. "Oh, y'all should Uber, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all should Uber." And then
Then the one night.
yeah, and apparently there was a bunch of people that told me I should have Ubered that night. I was like, yeah,
I got this.
you got some tacos.
Yeah. But it sucks that it's like you needed that wake up call to like change your life.
Yeah, I mean, I was a terrible dad at the time too. Like, I was not spending enough time with my kids, and
Yeah.
now it's like literally podcast, kids, and then work in between.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I've swore off dating for a little bit, so there's there's no woman in the life. That
Yeah.
I have to worry about her feelings and spending time with her and making her feel
Exactly.
special. And my cycle, like. I have a cycle that when I will start dating,
Yeah.
it's coming up, but I'm probably gonna wait another year.
It does take a lot out of you.
no
and
rush.
then at this age, dating it's total different from when you're 20s.
Yeah, I mean, now it's like every girl that I start to try to talk to or end up talking to, she's a single mom, and I'm a single dad.
Yeah.
So not only do I have to work with your schedule,
Yeah.
I got to work around my kids' schedule, and then if I have my kids one weekend, I ain't gonna see you.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you have your kids the oscillate the other weekend,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna see you.
Yeah.
I don't want to meet your kids, and I don't want you to meet mine until we're serious.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Like 6 months. If we're still talking, conversating, dating in 6 months, we'll have the conversation.
Right.
But
'Cause it does suck because I don't have kids. I've got Murray and he's a shit. But if you date a girl with kids, you got to work around your schedule, her schedule, the kid's schedule, the dad's schedule, and then the babysitter's schedule if the dad can't watch them.
Right.
So then it's like one girl I was talking to, and I was like, well, what do you do in your free time? Oh, I usually clean. I'm like, your free time, you clean? Like, like, well, do you have time today? Yeah, every, probably about 3 weeks, I'll have a free Saturday. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like, I can't just talk to you for 3 weeks and then like be like, oh, okay, now let's meet and stuff.
Right.
And
Yeah.
No.
I'll see you again in a month and a half. And it's like,
I mean, that's one of my big, like, I don't,
Yeah.
Even when I was drinking, there was a girl on again, off again, but that was it was just a bad relationship.
Yeah.
And so now I just do whatever I want now. Like if it's Friday night and I'm like, man, I'm hungry. Oh, we're going to go to Chiba Hut. Let's get some food.
Hell yeah.
And then like, oh, what do I want to do?
Just live your life,
I'm
baby.
going to watch wrestling tonight. I might go to the gym at 2 a.m. and I might sleep till 3.
Exactly.
And there's no one. I'll look at my phone and there's like Instagram notifications and my cousin, people, hey, what are you doing today? Oh, I'm like, I just
Whatever the fuck I want.
I just woke up, bro. My bad.
Exactly. It's nice just being able to, you don't have to worry about that or, well, why aren't you answering back? It's like,
Yeah.
Guys,
You ate bacon 6 times today? Yeah.
yeah.
I did. It was great.
And some hot dog flavored water.
You had to
Not the
ruin
real
it.
stuff, no, but.
Had to ruin it.
All right. Well, do you have any big plans for your show coming up or just.
No, we're just going to keep running. If there's anyone that wants to be a guest, like that I don't know you, I'd be cool with having some people on. But
Yeah.
like I don't ever like, hey, and the only thing that sucks on my schedule is I'm like Tuesday and Wednesday nights are when I tell people like guests because I don't want to take up like my Saturday.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like tonight was late, but I had other stuff I did today.
Yeah.
I accomplished a lot today.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So, but like, and then Sundays, I usually record my podcast on Sundays, but
Yeah.
that's with my cousin and Chase.
Right.
So any guest that it's like, what are you doing on Tuesday? And they're like, oh, I work. It's like, it's not gonna work. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's because he works QT, but he has to be at work at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
So Fridays we could do it, but it's like by the time we're done, because sometimes our podcast is an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's 3 hours long. Sometimes it's been like, I think Tim's first episode was like almost 3 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah. See,
And
Yeah.
we just, finally I had to stop. I was like, all right, we need to cap it about 2 hours.
Right.
like, well,
Right.
because when I record and then with my upload and with whatever edit I do,
Yeah.
I found that anything over an hour takes forever to upload to YouTube.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I just do it and then, doing it live, it just uploads it automatically. So I'm just like, fuck it, cool, done.
yeah, and that's honestly what's best. But yeah, I'm like, well, the only reason I don't do it live is because it's like, hey, bro, that was a crazy ass guest. You said a lot of stuff. We probably should talk next time before.
If you actually edit your show, it's kind of hard to do it live. Like us, I'm like, fuck it, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna listen or whatever. I don't even know if anyone's probably listening. So
We got 2, me and you.
yeah, that's usually it. So
They're like, fucking these guys are still
but
talking about wrestling.
Jay and then RIP podcast, which I assume that's Johnny, and then Sam popped in. So
Yeah, and that's
fuck it.
yeah. I've realized I don't really I do all the extra stuff.
Yeah,
But that's kind of just, I don't know. Like I do enjoy walking into rooms and be like, hey, you're that guy with that podcast, right?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got recognized like a month ago at CVS, which was weird.
That's awesome.
Because I was there and this guy checking me out. I've seen him in there multiple times, but I was paying rent for the house because I pay it up there. And he was just like, so how you been? I was like, good. He's like, how's the podcast? And I was like, how do you know I have a podcast?
Yeah,
And he's like,
Yeah.
he goes, oh, you know this person. I sent you a message. I was like, oh, that was you. Because like someone messaged me like,
random
oh, we
fucking-
both, I think it was Dank or someone.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, we both know this person. It's a
That's
small
cool.
world. And I was like, oh, yeah, small. And I was like, who the
And
fuck
you're like,
are
oh,
you?
you're that dude that works
I
at
was like,
CVS. huh?
oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
cool, man. I was like, all
Stalking
right.
my ass.
But I was like, that's kind of cool, like getting recognized and
Exactly.
stuff.
Like I
But-
like
Yeah.
like oh you got the podcast. I don't like oh you know so and so.
Yeah.
I don't like that one.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care about who we know that's the same. Do you watch my podcast or not?
Yeah.
Right.
You gonna support me,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Right.
It's
But-
free. You just share it on your story.
Yeah. All you have to do is just play it. Like, you don't even have to play the whole thing. Just give me enough to show up on the
Yeah, just share,
algorithm
just share
stuff.
a reel.
And,
Share a reel.
yeah.
And that's
share that.
usually why we ask the guest if there's anything out of bounds that they don't want to talk about or we shouldn't
Oh, yeah,
discuss
then
or anything like
whatever.
that. That way we get a feel
Yeah.
of what the line is and they know where our line is, which there really isn't a line.
True.
So-
I've been pretty calm tonight, but there's
Yeah.
if it's certain people that I know real well, oh man. I didn't even get really drunk tonight or anything. So listen back to some of our other episodes. It's like, oh, you know that time to
Oh,
fucking
dude. Like I had one episode.
yeah.
So I experimented with the solo, with just doing it just me.
Oh,
Because
Damn.
so
Okay.
there, if you go really far back, I think there's a couple of them still up. but I don't know what the fuck I was talking about. But I was talking about
You're
people
drunk?
from the childhood, people from back in the East Side, and now and this. Now
I took a nap for like 12 minutes, and
I was like, "The fuck am I talking about?" And I was fucking trashed, and I was like, "Man, I gotta delete this shit." So there's like, if you go back, because I used to number the Six Pack podcast, like every episode was numbered.
yeah,
And then when I switched over, I was like, sometimes I'll number one, or if it's me and Chase and Vincent, then I'll be like, all right, I'll put a number on this. Or
Yeah,
just me and Chase. But if we have guests, like I don't have separate numbers and all that.
yeah.
And it's just like, they'll figure it out.
Yeah, because I number mine. It's usually like episode 55 and whatever the fuck this one's called.
Like I've seen people
Tales
do
from the Fed
like
with Rob.
seasons.
Tales from the
People are
Fed.
like, oh, this is our second season. I'm like,
I know. I was like, we're technically part of like a third season or something, or maybe fourth. I don't know.
Yeah.
this is the sequel, bro. Like I don't know. This is the
The
second part of the
reboot,
story.
remake,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. So,
Yeah.
all right. Anything else you want to hit on before we?
No, man, appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah,
Hell
thanks
yeah.
for coming on, man.
Highly recommend it. And I'm
Yeah.
glad. Like, I was kind of nervous. It's like, fuck, we even gonna have anything to talk about with this guy? Because I've been so busy this week, and I'm just like, I have not had a chance to really get to know this dude or whatever. It's just like, hey, you want to come on? Yeah, all right, cool. Show up this day.
That's what the podcast is.
But yeah,
for.
that's sometimes it's the best shows where
Exactly.
it just flows real well, and I don't think there was any. And plus, I can, not to brag, but I can just chit chat my ass off. Like it doesn't matter, and I can create content out of anything pretty much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm more
I don't
of a-
ever worry
we'll
about.
figure
I
it
don't
out.
write shit for the show, honestly.
No.
Like I'll tell you to think of a song, and then that's it. Like that's as far. I'll listen to your show a little bit and kind of get a feel for who you are and stuff, but. Other than that, I'm just like, we'll just hit record and see what happens.
Yeah.
Like, best of luck for it, but cool. Well, socials to plug or
Yeah, the Instagram for the podcast is the Fed. That's with a 3, not an E. It's Gorilla Rob Instagram. Gorilla Rob on TikTok. The Fed Show on YouTube.
guerrilla warfare or guerrilla
Like guerrilla warfare.
Okay.
Okay.
Coco the gorilla. All right.
Sweet.
Well,
Check him out.
yes, sir.
Fed Show.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, man.
Definitely want to have you back at some point and
Yes.
talk more wrestling and everything and not
Yeah.
bore these people to death.
Maybe even
but
bring the co-host
Like,
next time.
like straight up, this is the wrestling episode.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
we won't wear shirts or anything.
Yes.